Hey everyone, good to be tonight doing a little stream. Let's see how little it will be about basically the prelude to the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2949, basically SitCon and the anniversary sale in the real world. SitCon is going to be this Saturday, November 23rd in Manchester, England. There's a lot of hype, there's a lot of expectations and theory crafting around what we know, what we think we know, the leaks, the data mining, and the usual hype that surrounds this kind of event around Star Citizen. Let's give my monitor a little less volume here. There we go. So basically what I want to do tonight, I might play at the end if I still have time, but basically I am going to take this opportunity because I'm not sure I will be able to do it, and I haven't been able to do it before tonight, and I don't know if I will be able to do it by Saturday. Peter Ryder, good to see you. Maleva, muy buenas noches, ¿cómo están? Gusto verte por acá. Peter, I might be playing at the end a little around RCorp in PTU, but I am going to be checking out the information about SitCon, checking out some info about the system that we have right now, Stanton, and the neighboring systems around Stanton, because remember that this SitCon is going to be a lot about, or at least we expect it to be a lot about exploration and possibly jump points. Maleva, esta noche con confianza, o de día, no estoy seguro en tu zona horaria, vamos a estar viendo un poquito la información y los shows que tienen que ver con bueno, la información que tenemos de SitCon. Voy a leer un poquito ahí para ponerme al día de qué es lo que debo esperar ver el sábado durante todo el día. El hype, las expectativas, la teoría. Y me voy a poner un poco a meterme un poquito con el mapa y la información que tenemos acerca de Stanton, acerca de y los tres sistemas que tiene Stanton alrededor, que son Pyron, Magnus y Terra, porque hay muchas probabilidades de que al menos uno de estos, la teoría fuerte es que sea Pyro, lo vamos a estar viendo pronto, ¿no? Entonces vamos a estar viendo un poquito de esa información, con confianza. En español, si tienes preguntas, adelante. Es correcto, así estamos varios, que estamos ya básicamente armando la herencia porque esto va por lo largo. Hoy hablaba con un amigo acerca de la Mercury Star Runner, que está en mi flota, y pues todo indica que falta mucho, ¿no? No tenemos todavía toda la parte de data running, esa mecánica de juego, esa profesión del tema de información. Crusader no tiene muchas naves que hayan sido anunciadas, y aparte de todo, hasta donde entiendo, es una de las manufactureras, creo que es la que no está en el show. No hay naves que mostrar. Así que me imagino que en algún momento pondrán a la venta las naves de Crusader, pero no va a haber nada en el show de Crusader en la expo, ¿verdad? Yeah, Peter, I'm telling Maleva that I'm talking about the future. Many people are already thinking that they are going to have to live in their as an inheritance in their wills, their Star Citizen assets to their kids, to their children, because it is kind of taking a long time to get to gold. And I was mentioning that, for example, there is the Crusader manufacturer who they created the Mercury, which is the only Crusader ship I have. I'm really looking forward to it, but I do not expect, since data running is not anywhere on the horizon, it's not on the star map, and I don't think it is a priority right now. We are going to have the expo from Saturday on, but Crusader is not going to be represented in the expo because there are no ships to show. So in the sale, I'm pretty sure that one of those days Crusader's ships are going to be on sale, but yeah, no expo presence as far as I understand from the leaks and from what is kind of logical. So starting from the point that we know that this Saturday, November the 23rd, is the start of SitCon, let's check the schedule. And what would I do? Which of the two auditoriums or stages would I visit if I were there? Lo que me gusta es la pistola de minería. Con misiones sería genial o por qué no profesiones de joyero para prospectar los minerales. Cuando hablas de profesiones de joyero, hablas como que hubiera esa línea dentro del juego, una profesión que sea hacia la parte cosmética, porque digo, podría ser quizás un poco más genérico, ¿no? Porque hay tiendas dentro del juego que venden ropa. Quizás podría haber algún tipo de crafting. Yo creo que en algún momento dijeron que eso no se iba a poder hacer. Pero si hubiera crafting de joyeros, podría también haber crafting de ropa que la gente pudiera hacer de alguna forma como en Second Life. No sé si alguna vez viste ese juego. Hacer sus propios diseños, ¿no? You have been told they will announce at least 3 new concepts. Do you confirm? Yes. I cannot confirm because definitely they will not... They work as many governments. They will not deny or confirm, but when they do not deny or confirm, you know that there's something there, right? So there are heavy rumors, mainly because there have been some leaks and people have been data mining. There are people who go into the counter-espionage side of things and say that maybe they introduced that data into the files just to get people off track. But apparently, from what I have heard, read, and seen and watched, we're going to have a couple of things. Apparently, we are going to get the Pisces early. So if you own a Karak, you should be able to get a Pisces maybe even in 3.7.2 in a new patch during or after the anniversary sale, the expo. Everybody's waiting for an anvil, which is I know it's the Karak, but it is also the sponsor for this show. People are waiting for a capital ship there. And at least 2 more ships. And the reason it is more than 1 ship, I'm going to go forward over here. And there is one of these events. And it is called Ship Talk. If you check this right here, it says, Ship Talk, learn about the new ships of CitizenCon and help the team design a future verse. So it is not just that data mining and leaks, but they definitely have, from the emails we have been sent and the info they have on the other side and Twitter and many different venues of information, this right here tells you that there are new ships of CitizenCon. So ships means 2 or more. I would guess, yeah, maybe 3, who knows, maybe even 4. Sí, eso es como ese juego que nombraste. Sería interesante, Maleva, sería interesante, pero ha habido tanta información a través del tiempo que han ido sacando la gente de CIG que no me atrevería a asegurarlo, pero me da la impresión de que en algún momento llegué a ver una pregunta en uno de sus shows, una pregunta en vivo, que fue en esa dirección, porque obviamente es un argumento válido, en el que me parece que dijeron que no, que hasta allá no se iba a llegar. Así que lo pongo muy en duda. Sería interesante, pero creo que no se van a ir en esa dirección. Ya veremos. Creo que algún tema de customización en algún momento sí habrá, ¿verdad? Que te permita, por ejemplo, usar tus logos de la organización en tu nave, o quizás hasta te permitan poner un logo en una camiseta, ¿verdad? Puede ser. Pero no mucho más que eso, me da la impresión. So, basically speaking, it is going to... SitCon is going to start in Manchester at 1 p.m. But at 1 p.m., it would be 5 hours earlier here, so it's going to be 8 a.m. over here. And it will begin, there's no choice there, it will begin with 3 floors, given the initial words, the adventure begins. This is a half an hour of hype by the boss. This is a must-see. I hope I am going to be able to watch it. If not, I will watch it later. then there is a choice. Although I am guessing that all of this information is going to be available later on, right? On demand, hopefully. But we can choose between Terrafirmer, which says explore the continuing evolution of planet tech. And this is interesting, the choice of words, because as we're going to see later, a little later on, I'm gonna really go fast through the topics here for SitCon. I'm going to be using the star map. If you haven't gone into the star map, it is very interesting. Maleva, más adelante, aparte del temario que quiero ir recorriendo, me quiero ir a ver un poquito el star map, que nos va a mostrar información bien interesante acerca de Stanton y los sistemas que están alrededor. But choosing Terrafirmer as the name of this topic is interesting because Terra is one of the systems that is neighboring Stanton. And it's a very important system because this is kind of there's even a political movement, according to lore, associated with Terra, which is the third, really the main planet is the third planet in the system, which is called Terra. The star, they call it Terra Nova. And it says explore the continuing evolution of planet tech. So it would hint at the fact that Terra might have some interesting development already. The other side, on the Crucial Auditorium, there's going to be Xenolinguistics and You. And this says it's probe the process of how alien languages are created for Star Citizen. As far as I remember, the Xi'an is being developed. I'm not sure if any other of the languages is being developed right now, but I think this is where we will know for sure. Así que Maleva, por lo menos solamente el tema de Terra va a ser bien interesante, porque si están utilizando esta palabra en el título de esta presentación, eso nos indicaría que hay una buena probabilidad de que o pronto tengamos o que definitivamente tengan ya bastante avanzado el tema de ese sistema, que es sumamente importante porque Terra es un planeta que es prácticamente el que está haciéndole competencia al clásico planeta Tierra para ser la sede o el centro de la UE. So I would go to Terrafirmer in this one. Then at 3 p.m., well, at 2:30 p.m. really, from 2:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m., Microtechnicalities, get a detailed look at Stanton's newest planet and beyond. Que estas son microtecnicalidades, o sea que una mirada detallada al planeta más nuevo de Stanton y más allá. And the option would be ship sounds. A look at the technical tricks and creative process that make ships sound super cool. I think sound is so powerful that you need, and I have stated that before while I have been playing and chatting with you guys, I think sounds in video games, just as in movies, for example, even though most of us are very visual, sounds really, in the end, make sometimes all the difference. If you have crappy sound in a movie, the movie can be amazing, but it will detract so much that you will not enjoy it. But the thing is, that's the way sounds work. I see sounds more like, even though they are there and you can hear them, they have more of a subliminal effect, you know, to give you, to emphasize something, to not notice it, even though it's there, to give it ambience. We have seen a couple of shows related to sound lately. They have done several of those. And maybe if you are really into that line, if you are a musician, or if you are not necessarily, that's not necessarily musicians, this is ship sounds, but you are into audio editing, right? Or you're an audio engineer, so much information is going to be really great. But this is, I usually see it as something really technical. So I would go to Microtechnicalities to see what we should expect from Microtech, and then in 3.9 what we should expect about its moves. Y por cierto, Maleva, perdimos las 3 lunas de Microtech y eso lo vamos a estar hablando un poquito más adelante cuando vayamos acá al Star Map. No las perdimos para siempre, pero no van a salir en 3.8, ¿eh? John Yard. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. I'm gonna play maybe at the end, but I want to do a little tour about what we should expect from SitCon, and I want to check out the star map and the systems, Stanton and the ones around it, so we have an idea of what to expect from their talk or in the future, because I haven't checked that in a while, and I don't think I'll be able to check it before Saturday, so tonight's the night. Welcome as always. And you're welcome to join on chat, on voice, or on chat, as usual. Any of you guys. So the next is going to be from 3:30 to 4:30, and it is Lore Maker's Guide to 2949. Delve into the narrative foundation of recent and upcoming releases. I am very interested in lore. Because I love sci-fi. Maybe if this was another type of game, I wouldn't be so much. But since this is a sci-fi game, I'm really interested in knowing some of the, or most of the lore if I can. But this one is difficult. On the other stage, we're going to have the one called Locked Up. Get some early insight into prisons in the verse and life on the inside. Sí, Maleva, no las perdimos. El viernes pasado, CIG publicó un artículo en su sitio web. Ellos lo hacen todo. Usualmente la fecha, el día de la semana en la que ellos hacen actualizaciones del roadmap, ¿verdad? Del plan que tienen para el juego y de avance, en donde te dicen qué cosas vienen para cada una de las versiones, qué es lo que viene en 3.8, en 3.9, en 4, ¿verdad? Teníamos Microtech para 3.8. O sea, Microtech y sus 3 lunas. En la actualización del roadmap que hicieron el viernes pasado, anunciaron que viene Microtech, pero solamente va a estar el planeta, va a estar New Babbage, que es el landing zone, la zona de aterrizaje, pero no van a tener los interiores de la estación que está, o del área que está alrededor de New Babbage en Microtech. Así como tampoco van a estar las 3 lunas en 3.8. Las lunas de Microtech las van a entregar en 3.9, que es el siguiente parche, que debe estar alrededor de finales de marzo, principios de abril del 2020. Esa es la historia detrás de mi comentario. If they're gonna release 3.8 early, that Karak and other ships look so far from being done enough to be in. Yeah, I know you mentioned that on Discord. I am hoping. Well, you see, what happens is when you see a series of tasks, you see, okay, there are 100 tasks to be done for a job to be completed, right? But the thing is, that can be a very misleading number when you see that, okay, we have 10 out of 100 done. We have 35 out of 100 done. We have 60 out of 100 done, right? Because the reality of things is that each and every one of those tasks, from the 100 tasks, each and every of the individual tasks in there are not the same size, difficulty, right? Do not need as much resources, and sometimes resources are not just the ones in charge of the task. Remember, in every project there is many different departments working, depending on the industry, but usually there are several different, at least people from several different departments working at the same time. And sometimes it is not that you don't want to keep going, but something needs to be done elsewhere and you're waiting for it. So it will depend. Yes, that could happen. But I don't know. I have this mental image, this mental little movie clip in my mind, where at some point in time, Chris Roberts stood in the middle of one of those studios, maybe the Austin one, and said, "I don't know what you're going to do, guys, but for 3.8, I don't mind. You can take anything out," and they have done it. They took out the whole C. They took out the 3 moons from Microtech. But I don't know. I can see him saying, "Whatever you do, you got to get the Karak out. No excuses. Take out anything you want, not the Karak." I don't know. I think it is going to be in 3.8, but we'll see. You have been right before. You have good instincts about this kind of thing. Galactus se lo comió o no se lo comió. Galactus, ojalá, creo que vi una película por ahí con Galactus Maleva. Ojalá que esté buena, porque el Galactus de la película esa de Cuatro Fantásticos de la vez pasada estuvo terrible, ¿eh? I don't think that Karak's going to happen either way. They are far behind schedule. But you know, schedules are like that. When you see tasks, they can be misleading. Maybe the tasks that are still... I have seen that. I have seen jobs that have a lot of tasks as pending, and suddenly in a week or 2 weeks, they simply fast forward. We'll see. Grasping at straws here, yeah. Red Cotras isn't even started. The dropship is barely started and the Karak is only like halfway. Well, the dropship and the Call C are the ones that I was more concerned about getting into 3.8, and the whole C is already out. The thing with the Prowler is that definitely this is a completely new ship. It's like the Banu Defender. I mean, it is the first Tevarin ship, completely new style book. They have a name for it, right? Everything that comes after that is going to be a Tevarin ship is going to be somehow based on the Prowler. So it is a very unique and important ship. The Karak, they have been working for a good while, and the Karak it doesn't need to do everything that it's supposed to do. I'm pretty sure of it. As you can see, we have the Cutlass since the start, and it still doesn't have a tractor beam. We have the... I don't want to go into that junkyard, but you forced me to do it. We have the Reclaimer that doesn't reclaim. We have the Starfarer that doesn't do anything with fuel. So yeah, I could have a... I'm gonna be happy if I can have a Karak with 1000 SU to do trading. So we'll see. And it is a very interesting show, this one, about the prison system. But since I am not into bounty hunting, and I have been very interested in lore makers, personally, I would go to the Lore Makers Guide to 2949 show, and I would watch this on demand later, if I were there at Manchester. The next ones. Así que Maleva, nada más para que sepa, lo que comentaba era que Junkyard lo que comenta es que él tiene dudas de que probablemente de que salga la Karak para Sitcon. Y sus dudas están bien fundadas, porque si te fijas en el roadmap, en el avance, te vas a dar cuenta de que no faltan bastantes tareas. Pero el tema es que las tareas a veces, tú ves 100 tareas, no todas son del mismo tamaño. Y puede ser que las que faltan no sean tan fuertes y las puedan cerrar rápido, ¿no? A mí me da la impresión de que Chris Roberts tiene la intención fuertísima de que esa Karak no se salte 3.8, y yo la verdad dudo que no la saque. Vamos a ver qué pasa. Okay, the next one starts at 4:30, and that is Shoot 'em Up. Preview a new high-octane game mode coming to Star Citizen, and I did discuss it a little with Junkyard the other day about what this could be. And the option is me, myself, and UI. Follow the entire process of turning a written design into a playable feature. This one looks very technical. I think I would watch it on demand, because it is going to be interesting to me, but I think this is going to be more fun. I would be inclined to go and check this one out if I had to choose. Then again, 4 studios working on this game, so hey, who knows? They don't have the greatest reputation when it comes to keeping their website up to date. Exactly. And that's something that we were mentioning the other day. Give me a second. Cheers, by the way. In one of the latest shows, I don't remember his name, but he was talking about the Prowler. I think it was last Star Citizen Live, I believe. And he was showing the Prowler and how they were designed to resemble, bird-like structures, trees inside. And you could see that the whole front part of the ship was pretty much ready, but the other half of the ship was still kind of wireframe, right? And I don't know, but I doubt that was a really recent interview. It might be, but maybe that was filmed a couple of months or a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. So yeah, it is. They don't always show us everything, and they do not have the best reputation about how they update the site. So yeah, that does happen. Then at 5:30, there is a to be determined event. Attendees, live stream viewers can catch a broadcast of cross-show presentation locked up at this time. And cross-show presentations are the ones on the other auditorium, right? So there is, right now, it could, if you can go into this one or go into Armor Archetypes, which says everything you ever wanted to know about staying protected in the verse. I think I would go in here and check out Locked Up. I think that's what I would do, if possible. Then at 6:30, cause and effect. Drop your stuff in our first annual cosplay contest. Okay, that could be fun, right? And right after that, half an hour later, building a dynamic universe. Learn how Star Citizen will create and balance systemic content for entire star systems with a live demonstration of the universe simulator. But the thing is, this show at 7 p.m. starts right when Chip Talk is in the middle of things, where they, and as we started talking today, learn about the new ships of CitizenCon and help the team design a future vessel. So I would sadly maybe check out the... I'm sure that people who are doing cosplay are going to be on the hallways from earlier or during breaks, so I might be able to still have a glimpse of this and later on Video On Demand check it out, but I would definitely go to Ship Talk, definitely. Aquí esta opción entre ver cosplay o ver la información acerca de las naves nuevas, yo definitivamente me iría por ver la información de naves nuevas que está de este lado, ¿no? Esto va a estar súper interesante, a ver qué es lo que anuncian, cuáles son las naves nuevas de CitizenCon, a ver si tenemos una nave capital, que para mí solamente es información curiosa, porque no me voy a comprar una nave capital, pero debe haber más de una nave nueva. And at the end, as usual, the closing hype. We have Chris Roberts again at 8 p.m., which would be 3 p.m. my time. The adventure continues, a closing keynote presentation you won't want to miss. This is definitely, of course, it has no competition. Everybody's going to be watching this. This is going to be cool, as usual. It will be like the Defender and end up being pushed back like 4 times. I don't know. It could be. Yeah, it could be. At least for the Prowler, yes. For the Karak, I don't think so. The whole sea, they took it out completely out of the roadmap. But that is mainly because it is not just the ship. And there are rumors that just like last year, the new 300 series, I think it was the 300i specifically, the new version was on the trade show at Lorville. It wasn't flyable, but it was there, so you could watch it. And there was the Iris, for example. You could also watch that ship, which was impressive. There are rumors that we are going to have the whole sea on the expo. So we're waiting for that. I think that is definitely going to happen. So that is basically what we should expect from SITCon this year. And because of this and everything that people have been talking about and streaming about and chatting and texting and discording, right? Is why I am interested in going into checking a little more information, especially because, well, the Karak and exploration and the systems are among the subjects that we're going to be talking about. Y Maleva, de lo que comento es que debido a toda la información que tenemos aquí y que hemos ido mencionando acerca de las nuevas naves, acerca de Terra, acerca de lo que es el ambiente alrededor de Microtech, etc., se esperan muchas cosas y entre esas es que probablemente tengamos un punto de salto nuevo y un sistema. Entonces voy a aprovechar para echarle un vistazo a la parte del Star Map. Y a ver un poquito de información acerca de los sistemas que están alrededor de Stanton. I know I'm a Debbie Downer, but after years of pushing back Salvage, I'm quite bitter. Yeah, Salvage is a bitter subject, I know. Alright, so definition of capital ship in Star Citizen. How many of them are in the game so far? And is it just me or they are all mainly focused on combat? Don't worry. Yeah, we understood. What happens with capital ships? There are not that many capital ships. Yeah, I would say that most of them, but the A90, well, that's the only capital ship in engine. But the Orion, which is a ship you own, Junkyard, is a capital ship. And that is an industry ship. The 890 Jump is a luxury ship. I do believe that most others are military ships. But we have to understand that we have to draw parallels to the real world, obviously trying to jump forward in time, almost 1,000 years, right? But if you see, it's usually governments and the military, the ones who can own, who can do that kind of project and maintain it. If you check for really, really big ships, today, many of them are military. If you go for an aircraft carrier, or really, really, really big cargo planes, or then you go to trading. I don't know, maybe the whole D or the whole E, one of those have been cataloged as capital. I don't remember. We could check that out. We already saw this, so we don't need to stay here. We can get out of some of those doubts really fast. For example, let's go for all. Did I do anything? Doesn't look like. Okay, here. Hold D and E. Yeah. Both are capital ships. The D and the E are capital ships, for example. And those are obviously freight ships. The Orion is a capital ship. Yeah. I don't think you can do sorting or filtering by size. I doubt it. But even the 600i is large. The 890 is a capital. So not that many capitals. The Kraken is a capital. I believe the Iris is a capital. Javelin. The Polaris, I believe, is not. Yeah, and yeah, flyable only the 890. What are the chances that the new capital ship is also gonna be like the Polaris, considering that nowadays Anvil has been replacing Aegis when it comes to supporting the military in terms of lore? Yeah, maybe. But when you say like the Polaris, what do you mean? Because the Polaris, let's look for it. The Polaris is a capital ship, yeah. But this one is more like the type of ship that is going to be hunting other capital ships, right? That is going to be kind of its role, as far as I understand. I am guessing that Aegis has so many ships that I think, and Anvil being the sponsor of this expo, that the rumors about the new capital ship being Anvil has real weight. We'll see. So let's do, I think the best way to look at this would be here, this way, a little bigger. This is Stanton, right here. And the reason I wanted to use the star map to talk about this subject is because since the Karak and possibly new systems and a jump point are part of the talk, and Terra is in one of the subjects of one of the stage presentations, right? And Pyro has been mentioned a lot since a couple of months ago, leaks and data mining and everything. We need to understand where we are right now. And Maleva, si estás todavía en el chat, aquí es donde estamos nosotros ahora mismo. Este es el universo de Star Citizen, ¿verdad? No sé si alguna vez has entrado a el Star Map. Mira todos los sistemas que están planeados. O sea, todos estos puntitos que ves aquí son sistemas dentro de que van a estar en Star Citizen potencialmente. Y el único que estamos jugando es Stanton. This is the only system we have right now. Stanton is very interesting, and one of the interesting things about it is that, as you can see a green shade around all this area here. I'm going to go out a little more so you can see it. You see all this green cloud here. When people at CIG refer to this, they call this the green zone or the Goldilocks zone, right? And basically this means that this area is where planets could develop or maintain life because of the conditions that their atmosphere can create or maintain because of the stability, the closeness to the sun, to their sun, etc. And if you see, everything in here is in the Goldilocks zone. And when I say everything, I'm talking about the planets and its moons, for example. Right here, this is Crusader, which is the initial planet and area we started playing at. Then we got Hurston. Then we got Arcor. Y Maleva, ya que confirmaste que estás aquí, vámonos primero al único planeta que no tenemos en este momento en Stanton. En este caso, hay que buscar en la última órbita, ¿verdad? Microtech. Microtech tiene 3 lunas. Para la 3.8, el anuncio que hicieron el viernes pasado nos indica que vamos a tener Microtech. Sin embargo, no vamos a, tristemente, tener las 3 lunas, sino hasta 3.9. So guys, this is what I'm explaining to Maleva. That this is the update about Microtech that we received, among other updates, last Friday. We're going to get Microtech in 3.8 with new Babesh, but only the landing zone. And we can check it out. If we click on Microtech, you can see its information, and you can see that the landing zone, right, is New Babish. But we are not going to get uterp. Clio. And Calliope. If I am saying those names wrong in English, I'm sorry, but at least it is on screen. Let's see. I haven't read everything. Didn't they say we'd see the whole in-game during the event? I don't know. Have they said it? Maybe. I usually try to keep up with the news, but maybe they have officially mentioned it. I haven't. I thought it was a rumor, but yeah, maybe. The Polaris is considered a capital ship. The Polaris is mostly a combat ship. Yeah, just like the Javelin is a military ship, and Idris is a military ship also, for example, and the Kraken is a military ship. Not to mention the Retribution or the Bandul Kingship. Definitely military. What are the chances that the new Anvil is going to be similar to this one? Well, I don't know. It is very difficult. When you go to that size, it is very difficult. If you see, you have to draw parallels. When I see the Kraken, Gray-headed gamer, welcome to the stream, my friend. Oh, and thank you for that raid. 32 people from Gray-headed gamer. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Kraken Slayer. We're talking about a little about Sitcon and the system Stanton, which is the one we have right now, and what we expect to see if maybe we do get some exploration, because it is very interesting to see in the star map that, for example, we have Stanton, and the three systems we have around it are the much mentioned lately. Thank you for that follow, Reiki. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, everyone. And cheers. Griffin Gaming RPG, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. And Bagna Chaos 86, thank you for those beers. How are you? How was your stream, Greyhead Gamer? What were you doing? Were you checking out and looking out for that for that new jump point? I'm going to show you where that jump point is. If you are at Arcor, if you are at Stanton, there are 3 jump points here. One to Terra, one to Pyro, and the other one is to Magnus. So the one that is kind of close and might the closest one, the one that is inside the Goldilocks zone, is the one to Pyro, and it is basically between Crusader and Arcor. So were you looking for this one, Greyhead Gamer? Yeah, this star map is amazing. Can you imagine when we do get some more usefulness out of it? When we do get, I mean, it is kind of overwhelming to see this. This is Stanton. This is what we have, and maybe someday we will get all of it. But just looking at the sheer potential of this, even if we get like a fourth of this, it is going to be a lot of content. So tonight we're doing a little of this, trying to get that info and understand the situation we are in right now and the implications of maybe, hopefully, getting a jump point at some point in time. Pyro has been mentioned a lot, but Stanton has known connections to Pyro, Terra, and Magnus. And if I enable those jump points, you will see that there are no small jump points in Stanton. No small jump points. We have 2 medium jump points. 1 medium jump point. And that one is from Stanton to Pyro. And the implications implication of jump points to anyone who, well, we haven't used them, but for as of now, I think the only meaning that jump point size has is the size of ship that is going to be able to pass through that jump point, right? So basically, if there is a medium jump point, that would mean that only medium or smaller ships are going to be able to go through that jump point. So to go from Stanton to Pyro, apparently, you're going to need to jump using a medium or smaller ship. So that's, as far as I understand, the way it works. And the other two jump points we have are large. So those two jump points are definitely going to be useful for basically any ship. I am guessing also the 890, which is the capital. And those are to Terra and Magnus. So those are the three systems that are neighboring Stanton. Pyro. Now, Pyro is the one that is really, really hot on everybody's commentaries, and because of the leaks and because of the data mining, right? But interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Reiki. I mean, the Karak. I own a Karak, and I was talking with John Yard and Peter Ryder before, and we were saying that what we expected about the Karak and what we can see in the advancement of the tasks to be finished before 3.8, and it seems a little green, like maybe they will not be able to do it, but I doubt they're going to let this opportunity to get the Karak out in 3.8. I think, and I was saying that I have this image in my mind that at some point in time, Mr. Chris Roberts said to his staff, guys, I don't know what you need to do. You can cancel anything else in 3.8, but I am not going to let you cancel the Karak. And if you see, the whole C is out, not out of 3.8, but it is out of the roadmap. We were talking about Stanton and how just when you came in, we were talking about Stanton and how Microtech, which has 3 moons, we were informed last Friday that we're only going to get Microtech. We're not going to get the 3 moons until 3.9. So stuff is being taken out systematically out of the 3.8 update. I doubt the Karak is not going to come out. I am definitely waiting for it, even if we only get a glimpse that exploration is being worked on and is not going to be available for 3.8, 3.9, or even 4. But just the fact, and I hope it's not the same thing that has been happening to salvage is not going to happen to exploration. I hope that if they say, okay, we're going to have it in 4.0, I hope we do get it for 4.0. But the moment we have an exploration, a dedicated flagship for exploration as the Karak in engine, I think it is a good sign that if they show us something about Terra and Pyro, because they said something about Terra in one of the topics for one of the stages at SitCon, I think we're gonna definitely be having some of that. Hopefully. Ratael, bienvenido, mi pana, mi compatriota. Guys, Ratael is also from Panama. One of the few people from Panama that I have seen or talked to about Star Citizen, so it is good to see him here. Bueno verte por acá, Ratael. Qué bueno que pase por acá. Y usualmente estamos hablando en inglés, es cierto, porque hay una buena población de gente de habla inglesa en el canal, pero con confianza, así como está Maleva ahora mismo, habla en español con confianza, o si puedes hablar inglés y quieres hablar inglés, con confianza también. Estamos chequeando un poquito de los temas alrededor del SitCon, sus implicaciones, y viendo los sistemas de Stanton y sus vecinos, ¿verdad? Que eso fue lo que puse en mi Twitter antes de comenzar, ¿no? Vamos a chequear Stanton y los vecinos de Stanton para entender el potencial de que se habilite la Karak y que se habilite la exploración en Star Citizen. Okay, need to head to work. Have a great stream. Reiki, thank you for that follow. always welcome. And hopefully, any question you have, I know that I don't know everything about Star Citizen, but if at any time you check me out online, welcome to come in. Well, I usually play. I usually do not do this, but I think I am not going to have any other opportunity to check this info out before Saturday, so tonight was the night to do that. Good to see you, and have a good day. No hablas inglés, pero es un gusto estar en el canal. Maleva, como siempre, me gusta tenerte en el canal porque siempre estás compartiendo información e interactuando en el chat. Entonces hace interesante la plática, ¿no? So guys, basically this is Stanton. And the first place I would like to go after Stanton, and having checked that we have 3 jump points here, the one to Pyro, which is the one closer to the planets and inside the green zone here, and the other two to Terra and Magnus, let's check out Pyro first. I think that's the one that has been hyped and in the mouth of many people when we talk about the potential of Star Citizen enabling a second system. Así que si nos vamos un poquito afuera nuevamente al mapa genérico, ¿verdad? El Star Map de Star Citizen, vemos que tenemos a Stanton aquí, Pyro, Terra y Magnus. La razón por la que Pyro tiene este simbolito distinto es porque ese sistema no está en este momento en el control de la UE. Este sistema es un sistema complicado y lo usan mucho la gente que está fuera de la ley. Y por eso es que aparece como unclaimed. Pero básicamente es un lugar sin ley. Ahí Pyro y Spider son dos de los bastiones de los grupos ilegales, de los grupos de piratas, de los grupos de facciones criminales. So Pyro is basically an unlawful system. But it's interesting that being an unlawful system, it is kind of big in a way. Pyro, if you choose to check how many orbits it has, there is Pyro 1, there is Pyro, which is a star, there is Pyro 1, right? And there's a jump point right there that goes to Kano, or Kano. There is Pyro 2, Pyro 3, another jump point, and then you have, well, jump point there, but this orbit here is interesting. There are 2 planets in this orbit, Pyro 4 and 5. And then you have the farthest orbit, which is Pyro 6. So Pyro is a system with a good number of planets, really. No se rompieron la cabeza poniendo los nombres. Bueno, sí, en algunos sistemas, Ratael, te vas a dar cuenta. Por ejemplo, Stanton, si te fijas, como... A ver, la historia de Stanton así resumida, quizás lo saben, pero bueno, si no, aprovecho para compartir. Si se fijan, Stanton, cada planeta tiene el nombre de una empresa de manufactura distinta. Algunas son de naves, otras son de armas, otras son industriales. Por eso Hearthstone es una compañía dentro del lore de Star Citizen. Así como lo es ArcCorp, así como lo es Microtech y como lo es Crusader. Y la razón por la que esos planetas tienen nombres de compañía es porque esas compañías compraron los planetas. Hubo una subasta en ese sistema que hizo la UE luego de que pasó el reinado, no el reinado, pero el control del imperio por parte de los Messer. Se hicieron tantas cosas mal en cuanto a lo que era terraformar planetas, sin escrúpulos, digamos. Algunas cosas salieron bien, pero otras cosas se hicieron sin escrúpulos, que había un movimiento muy fuerte para dejar de lado el tema de terraforming. Y se hizo un proyecto para hacer planetas artificiales que le pusieron como nombre Mundo Sintético, Synthworld. Entonces, para poder financiar, parte de lo que hicieron fue vender prácticamente los planetas de ese sistema y obviamente cada compañía le puso su nombre al planeta. En muchos sistemas vas a ver esto. La estrella se va a llamar como el sistema, en este caso Pyro, y los demás planetas van a tener su nombre de acuerdo a su orden de órbita, ¿verdad? 1, 2, 3, y así sucesivamente. Pero no todos los sistemas son así, y ahora vamos a ver otro que no es así, o que es una combinación de las dos cosas. So yeah, the explanation to Ratael, guys, was that because this naming convention for planets was kind of unimaginative, you could say, but the main reason for that is that that's the usual, that's what you usually do on systems. You name the star, you name the system the same as the star, and then by their order in orbit, you change the names to name of the system 1, 2, 3, 4, whichever the number of planets there is. So, guys, this is Pyro, and with 6 planets, you would think, okay, there's a lot of potential here. But the thing is that apparently this system has a very unique type of sun. They call it main sequence flare M. And what description did I find on the system's lore is that the way it behaves, it basically creates a situation for the orbiting planets that cannot maintain life. So since the instant the UE discovered Pyro, they automatically knew that this was not going to be a system that they would really want to invest on terraforming or trying to colonize heavily. There have been some mining, there's even an asteroid cluster field here. So mining has been done, but basically these planets are mostly dead. Because of the harsh conditions in here, what has happened is that criminal groups have made Pyro one of their main systems. Not easy to be around here, but they manage, and they know that many people do not want to come in, and it is very difficult to have the UE's eyes over them when they are inside a system so hectic, because there are solar flares, and many planets here have a history of being unstable. That's basically what happens in here. Así que si se fijan, básicamente eso es lo que sucede aquí, ¿no? Este sistema tiene la característica de ser prácticamente inhabitable. El sol que tiene genera unos pulsos de energía que hace que la atmósfera de los diferentes planetas prácticamente sea inhabitable. Besides that, if we compare it to Stanton before, you can see that the Goldilocks or the green zone is really close to the planet if there is any possibility of a green zone. But even Pyro 1, as you can see, you look at it and it looks like a lava planet, is terribly unstable. So you can imagine anything in here would be disastrous. This is the kind of planet, and this is the kind of environment where I can see the Terrapin having its profile shine, right? The Terrapin, one of its characteristics is that it is, because of its armor, very capable of resisting harsh conditions. So most ships, according to lore, are not even able to get close to this area here, Pyro 1, for example. Maybe ships like the Terrapin will be able to. And that's basically how it looks on the star map. If you go here to the Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy, this is what they showed us a couple of months ago, maybe a couple of years ago. This was October 2017, so 2 years ago. Oh no, this is Stanton. I don't think we should watch Stanton. Pyro.
Welcome to another episode of Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm Archivist Sherry Heiberg. If you've never seen Loremaker's Guide before, this is a program in which the members of the lore team at CAG take you on a guide through the mythology, the history, and the science behind all of the systems that we make for the game. And with that, let us get started. Today we are going to do Pyro. Now, Pyro has an interesting history. There we go. It's an unclaimed system with a red dwarf at the center, no inhabitable planets, and yet it still has a somewhat sizable population. It is home to smugglers, criminals, pirates, and the brigands of the galaxy. The system, you know, even though
Un área de piratas
it's not very friendly, it's fun for pirates to be in. They like it. They have a good time. They control what's going on. It's pretty nice. However, it is a very dangerous system to be in because of the star at the center being a flare star, which I'll get into in a moment. Firefights are not uncommon. There's no political stability, unlike Spider, which has, Spider's pretty stable.
Esa es interesante la comparación. Ella está comparando en ese momento Pyro con Spider. Spider está en Catcard, que es otro sistema. Y Spider es básicamente una masa de restos de naves unidas entre sí de forma casi artesanal a través del tiempo, que se ha convertido en una ciudad flotante de elementos criminales, principalmente, o por lo menos que están alejados de la ley de la UE, pero hay más estructura en Spider. Acá en Pyro, este es como un área sin ley. Este es el tipo de lugar donde realmente tú no quieres entrar con tu Hall E llena de cargamento porque no vas a sobrevivir los primeros 15 minutos dentro del sistema, ¿no? Te van a saquear por completo.
But the pirate settlement in Pyro is known for being a place where you can go and get some shady jobs and maybe get in a good fight if you want to get in a good fight. Anyway, also, 1 second. This system is the basis of a level in Wing Commander. However, the game designers took a little bit of liberty with the design of the system because there is no such thing as a prolonged Nova phase. That is made up. The Nova is an instantaneous event, but I think they thought it would sound a little bit more jazzy for the video game. So, let's get started. This here is Pyro. It is the star at the center of the Pyro system. Like I said, it's a red dwarf, which is an M-class main sequence red star. What a flare star is a star that exhibits unusually violent solar flare activity. Most of the ones that we know of are red dwarf stars. There can be others, but the vast majority that we know of are red dwarfs. And what happens is that the luminosity and the brightness of the star, which are more or less the same thing, engage in such sudden flares of brightness that they can get 10,000 times more powerful than any solar flare that our sun has ever produced. So there are definitely like wicked flames that happen sometimes. Let's put it this way. So the flares are so powerful you get way more than a particularly interesting aurora like we would on our own planet. Flare star Ursa Major increased in brightness 15-fold on 2013 for 3 minutes, and then returned to normal, which is kind of the thing that you get here on Pyro. It creates, an incredible amount of X-ray radiation, like ultraviolet radiation, like anything that would make the development of life completely inimical to what happens in this solar system. Good times. Therefore, you can take it for granted that Pyro 1 is a terrible place to live. It's a blackened little rock. It's very small. It's sort of like Mercury in that it orbits close to the sun and is just like totally burned out, and maybe it had a surface at one point, but it certainly doesn't anymore. It's just kind of like this horrible charred little rock floating in space. You're not really going to get anything out of it. Same with the Akiro cluster, or the Akiro cluster, depending on who you're asking. It's just a little cluster of asteroids that chills out here, kind of near the Lagrangian point of Pyro 1. There's nothing much to be found there. People say that the the strip mining has taken everything from the planet. I mean, not the planet, the asteroids. You guys know what I mean. So it's not really worth your time, I would say. Let's go over here.
Which is what I was commenting. Before. It has a history of some resource richness in the past, but apparently, whichever little wealth you could make has already been done. And if you go in, you might find something that someone else overlooked, but there's not much hope. No hay mucha esperanza de encontrar algo bueno, porque lo que había en el sistema para sacarle a nivel de minerales, ese tipo de cosas, parece que ya en gran parte fue minado o fue extraído, ¿no? Porque van a haber planetas que son de una estructura así como mineral, o está este ambiente de asteroides, pero ya en la historia, como es un sistema que fue descubierto hace mucho tiempo, pues ya se le han sacado la mayor parte de su valor.
To Pyro 2, which is a coreless planet. Now, coreless planets are interesting. It's not that they are hollow, which is a common misconception. It's that they don't have a differentiated metal core. So, like, our planet has a core. It's got like a core, and then a mantle, and then with crust. It's like different layers. So, like, if you slice the planet open, it would look like a really cool layer cake. But if you sliced Pyro 2 open, it would just be an undifferentiated mass. Sort of like a cake with no layers. Any minerals that would have been worth mining of the planet have been stripped away, sadly. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to try from time to time. Here is Pyro 3. It is a lava planet. It has unusually strong tectonic activity. It has seas of lava crisscrossing the system, crisscrossing the entire planet. It's possible that it was caused by a collision, like a piece of a planet-sized body broke off and hit the surface and just caused so much damage and energy that the whole surface melted, and it really has not been the same since. Now, the reason that we think that this is probably what happened is because of what happened to its neighbor, Pyro 4, which used to be a planet in the system, just kind of chilling out, having its own regular orbit until a planet-sized body hit it, and it was knocked out into this totally...
Correcto, así mismo es, Ratael. No tiene campo magnético ni atmósfera, específicamente ese planeta. Sí, hay diferentes, ¿no? Pero si te fijas, aunque tenga algo, probablemente es tan terrible que no va a soportar vida, por lo menos no, a menos que crees una estructura artificial que te permita hacerlo. O sea, son condiciones sumamente difíciles.
Ridiculous orbit, and it is slowly settling into the orbit of Pyro 5, which is all the way over here. So we're gonna have to.
And guys, these explanations from Sherry is why I wanted to do this tonight and show you this video, which maybe many of you have watched, but some might have not. And like me, I did watch this a couple of years ago when it came out in 2016. This is 3 years old. But remember, Pyro is the main suspect right now as being the next available system in Star Citizen. I don't know, I doubt, although these planets are so desolate that it might not be that difficult to implement, but maybe they will also implement it in phases and we will not have 6 planets right away, right? But this is the system that is very, very, very possible that we might be having sooner than later.
Adjust that later. It should be closer. Let's zoom in right here. to Pyro 5, which is a gas giant. It doesn't have a pure hydrogen atmosphere, so it's not really, it's not really a good place to refuel, but it does have a bunch of really cool moons. All are named after various concepts that are related to fire, like vatra and ver and rior, ignis, and pyro, and juego. Yeah, that's an easy one. None of them are inhabitable. All of them are decently hot. They kind of vacillate between hot and cold, really, because they're far enough away from the star that they should be pretty cold. But the solar flares do reach all the way out to this point sometimes. And that doesn't really make it a very good place to park your ship, because you never know when a solar flare will hit. And let's see here. Here's the last planet in the system, Pyro 6.
Cierto, Rafael, disculpa. Lo que comentaba era que puse el mute para que no oyeran mi teclear cuando escribo, pero lo interesante de ese planeta que estaba describiendo y su luna era que los solar flares pueden ser hasta 1000 veces más fuertes que los flares de nuestro sistema solar. Y este planeta y lunas, que usualmente pueden ser muy fríos, de repente se pueden calentar en un instante debido a una ráfaga solar de su sol, ¿no?
Now, Pyro 6 isn't interesting because it's a little planet on the outskirts of the system. It is interesting because of what is around it, which is Ruin Station, the home to all piracy in Pyro. This is the base that is always under contention for who is the true ruler. Usually a couple of gangs kind of go back and forth between who's the one in charge and who's the one who's fighting to be in charge. There's a nice little bar on it where you can go that's more or less stable, but you're going to get the occasional bar fight there. It was once a Gold Horizon terraforming platform. No one really knows why there's a terraforming platform around a planet that is completely unterraformable, but Gold Horizon didn't go bankrupt because of their sound business decisions. It can be an excellent place to make connections with other pirates, with other smugglers, and perhaps other outlaws, if that's what you care to do.
And that's exactly where the main criminal activity happens, at the farthest planet on the system, Pyro 6, and this station. This might be what we get from Pyro at the start. This is what would make sense, that we get Pyro 6 and this station, which maybe is going to be something like Grimhex, for example, so that we get to visit something on the new system. This would be the perfect candidate to do that.
But you need to be aware that you will most likely get involved in a firefight of some kind. I know I've emphasized this point more than once, but I just want you to know, if you want to find crime, you're going to find it in Pyro. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Loremaker's Guide to the Galaxy. And once again, I'm Sherry Heiberg, the archivist with the Lore team, and I'd like to thank our subscribers for making this program.
So that is what CIG offered us 3 years ago, on October 19th, 2016, about Pyro. Hace sentido que si tú vas a habilitar un sistema como Pyro, que pues tiene que ser uno de los sistemas a habilitar porque es uno de los 3 sistemas adyacentes a Stanton, ¿verdad? Stanton está aquí y tiene vínculos con Pyro, Magnus y Terra solamente, por ahora. Habilitar un sistema como Pyro tiene sentido para poder casualmente hacer esa vinculación, por ejemplo, con el sistema de prisiones, ¿no? Aparte que es un sistema que debe ser relativamente fácil de implementar, porque a pesar de que tiene muchos planetas, estos son planetas que no hay que desarrollarlos mucho, porque varios de ellos prácticamente no van a tener nada en su superficie. Entonces es como crear una luna más y ponerle uno u otra estructura, quizás la mayoría de ellos. Definitivamente la parte más interesante va a ser Pyro 6. So having Pyro as the next system would make a lot of sense, considering that, for example, we're going to have one of the subjects that are possibly coming soon is the prison system, where if you're going to get the prison system, a system like Pyro kind of makes sense. You can start trying to build that that system of good and evil, of reputation, where you can start trying to. We already have some of that, but work towards making it a little more detailed, where you can have a relationship with maybe a criminal faction, and also those who are in the side of the law or bounty hunting and the prison system. When you get maybe a crime stat, you might maybe escape to Pyro, that kind of thing. So it does make sense. Besides, from the 3 jumps, it is the only medium one. The other 2 are large ones. So supposedly, there are a couple of ships that are not going to be able to travel to Pyro. I don't know if they will implement that from the start, but in the end game, that is how it is supposed to work. Some ships will not be able to go through this jump point. Lo último que comenté, no lo comenté en español, es que el otro tema que hay también es que es interesante, aunque creo que quizás no lo implementarían al principio, es que hay naves que no van a poder usar este punto de salto. Este jump point tiene un tamaño mediano y naves que sean más grandes que X. Se ha hablado en ocasiones que potencialmente pudiera ser la Constellation, la nave más grande que quepa, aunque está catalogada como una nave grande, large. Se ha hablado de que son rumores, habrá que ver cómo lo implementan al final, pero se ha comentado que probablemente la nave más grande que pueda pasar a través de un jump point mediano sea una Constellation, por ejemplo, ¿no? Quizás al principio no lo limiten, quizás al principio hasta una 890 pueda saltar por aquí, pero en el futuro, cuando el juego esté en línea, de hecho, de Stanton, ¿verdad? No podremos saltar a Pyro, porque el salto tiene un tamaño mediano y la 890 es una nave capital. Greenhex se ha quedado pequeño. Sí, y Greenhex es un experimento, pero creo que más o menos va a ser como la base o el ejemplo de desarrollo para crear casualmente sistemas como este en Pyro, ¿no? Yo creo que es más o menos eso lo que podemos esperar en cuanto a estilo y en cuanto a feeling, ¿no? Pero un poquito más elaborado. Yo creo que ya con el tema de prisiones y las misiones que están agarrando con un poquito más de carne, ¿verdad? Vamos a tener un poquito más de detalle y de personalidad, digamos, ¿no? También las estaciones ahora han evolucionado y hay un fuerte rumor de que Olizar podría cambiar, ¿no? Algo puede pasar con Olizar. And that's the other thing. Those rumors about Crusader and Port Olizar. Port Olizar has been having these recordings, these audio tracks playing in the background. It was like some kind of hack, and there is a strong feeling that something's going to happen during SitCon. Something's definitely going to happen. Is Olisar going to be destroyed? I'm not sure. Maybe part of it. Olisar is big, and from the 4 struts, you could maybe destroy just one of those rings or something. Something might happen, so that they have to maybe remodel and make it, get it redone with the new resources they have for the space stations. But something's definitely going to happen. Something's going to happen. Algo va a pasar en el SitCon. Esas grabaciones y el tema tan cerca de SitCon con Olisar, esto va a cambiar. Esto va a cambiar en la próxima semana, señores. Así que ojo con Olisar, que algo viene. Que la vayan a destruir, no estoy seguro. Pues si se fijan, aquí están los trots, ¿verdad? A, B, C y D. Pero bueno, quizás algo pasa y destruyen una parte. Destruyen esta parte acá con un aro y las antenas. Y entonces se toma la decisión de remodelarla y entonces la traen al presente con las estructuras que hemos visto ya con los RIR, ¿no? Crear mi base o un almacén dentro de las estaciones es mi única preocupación ahora. A mí sí me gustaría que sea destruido. A mí también, pero entiendo el punto de vista de algunos que la nostalgia no los deja y no quieren, ¿no? Pero hemos visto muchas cosas cambiar. Todas las naves han ido cambiando. La Mustang, la Aurora, las 300. Así que en naves las cosas han ido cambiando y simplemente se usan recursos nuevos para que se sienta más moderno, ¿no? I would not oppose Olisar being destroyed. But I have heard people who would rather have Olisar not destroyed because they like that retro look and they would like CIG to maintain it. But we have seen that happen with ships. The Cutlass changed, the Aurora changed, the Mustang changed, the 300 series changed. I don't know, but I have this hunch that we haven't seen the Constellation Taurus. There are many owners out there still waiting for the Constellation Taurus. But it's not just that it's not out yet, but they haven't shown much either. Maybe they are working on the whole line of the constellations and giving it a facelift, not just creating the Constellation Taurus, but also at the same time using that only Connie not out there to rework the constellations. I think they need some love. Every other ancient ship has been touched. I think the constellation needs something. I don't like reworks much because I think it's like a procession, right? We do not get to the point we need to be. But I think the constellation, if they have done it for every other ship, yeah. La cúpula parecida de cartón. Es más, Ratael, y ahora me voy a meter un momentito y voy a ir allá a Arcorp, al área de la exposición, que nada más se ve la entrada, ¿verdad? Entre los modelos que hay disponibles para ver, los modelos a escala, tienen una Cutlass original, no la Cutlass actual. Interesante la decisión. I'm pretty sure it's mostly a recolor from the Andromeda. Do you think so, Peter? That would be the perfect opportunity to do something for the rest of the lineup. Because, I don't know, do you own one? Is there anyone in chat who owns a Constellation? I do not own one, but I haven't heard someone recently say that they are okay with their ship. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. So yeah, guys, this is what the potential for Stanton jumps are. Basically and mainly Pyro, and if you see Pyro's jump point is the one closer to the planets. It is close to the orbit of Arcorp, as you can see here. And Crusader is also not that far away. It is between both orbits. Arcorps and Crusaders. The other two jump points are completely outside even the farthest orbit, which is Microtech. And those are to Magnus and Terra. And Microtech is interesting. It is very cold, but it is still on the edge of the green zone, of the Goldilocks zone. And what one would think that maybe that is the reason it is cold, because it's kind of far from the sun as opposed to the rest of the planets. But according to lore, the reason why Microtech is that cold, is as cold as it is right now, is because of a terraforming accident. But it is the perfect environment for Microtech, because remember, Microtech is a company that creates the Mobiglass, so they deal in electronics, and apparently that is the perfect situation for that kind of enterprise. La razón por la que Microtech es súper frío no solamente es porque es el planeta que está más alejado del Sol, ¿verdad? De su Sol, que es Stanton, sino porque hubo un accidente cuando estaban terraformando, un intento de terraformar el planeta. Esa es la historia en el lore de por qué es que es tan frío Microtech. Pero le cae bien a Microtech, que es el creador del Mobiglass, porque como hacen equipos electrónicos, ¿verdad? Esas temperaturas les son viables para su industria. No, I do not have an Aquila. Yeah, it is a loaner for the Karak, so I would have an Aquila. But the thing is, Peter, that remember, since the Karak is not available, I have it on buyback. I simply use those credits to get some other temporary ships. That is why I have a Banu Defender, that is why I have a Mantis, for example, because I am interested in the Karak. I am not interested in the Aquila, for example. So I'd rather use those crates to get some other ships in the meantime. But I have always said, the moment the Karak is available, is flyable, all those extra ships I have right now are going to be burned automatically, and the Karak is going to go into my hangar. That's the story of it. Ahí le comentaba, señores, a Peter, que me pregunta que si yo no tengo una Aquila, ¿verdad? Una Constellation Aquila como loaner de la Karak, y la razón por la que no tengo es que yo digo que tengo una Karak, pero la verdad es que la Karak no está en mi hangar. La Karak está en buyback. Yo lo que hice fue que yo la tiré a buyback, ¿verdad? Le hice un melt, y con los créditos de la Karak yo lo que hago es que compro otras naves temporalmente para jugarlas, pero en el momento en que la Karak esté en el motor de juego y jugable, estas otras naves todas se queman y regresa a la Karak para el hangar. So yeah, guys, this is Stanton with Pyro, Magnus, and Terra close by. Magnus, I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to quickly, before I get into the game, go into Terra. And it is interesting to know that there is going to be one of the talks on the sitcom that is going to be about Terra, apparently. The naming they chose indicates that this is going to be kind of what it's going to be about. And as you can see, the sun, usually the sun is called Terra, but in this case, this one is called Terra Nova. Okay? And Terra is this planet right here, which is the third planet. You can see the orbits 1, 2, 3. This would be Terra 3. Y Ratael, este es un ejemplo casualmente de que no siempre pasa eso, ¿no? Este es otro sistema en donde los planetas también tienen nombres propios, ¿no? Entonces, si te fijas, el planeta más cerca del Sol se llama Aero, el segundo planeta se llama Pike, y el tercer planeta, que es el planeta principal y que es, de hecho, un planeta donde hay una fuerte tendencia, no de separación, pero el planeta Terra quiere convertirse en la nueva Tierra, en el nuevo Earth. Entonces, este planeta es una super Tierra, un super Earth, ¿no? Que tiene, pues, las características de la Tierra, pero más. Y aparte, como fue colonizado, las lecciones que se aprendieron en la Tierra original, en Earth, se aplicaron y este planeta se ha ido desarrollando de manera controlada. Entonces, las edificaciones se han hecho para que concuerden con la estructura geográfica, han hecho las cosas de tal forma que evitan que haya mucha contaminación. Tiene toda una historia de de una civilización con un ángulo más avanzado para tratar de no dañar el planeta como se dañó en su momento el planeta Tierra original. So this is definitely an interesting planet because also one of the things that people from Terra are proud of is that they started creating infrastructure here that is not going to damage the planet as much as history showed that humans did on planet Earth. So even buildings and structures are built in this planet to try to meld with the environment. They try to do as little damage to the environment, as little pollution as they can. This is an interesting super Earth. Ratael, ¿cómo no? Nos vemos ahorita. Either way, some of the ships do need rework. Some of the older models have lot issues. Take a look at the propulsion systems on some of those older ships, such as the M50, the Buccaneer. But the Buccaneer is not that old. The M50 is the M50 needs a rework. That one is an old ship that they haven't touched the M50 in ages. They are visually broken and low poly even at close range. Yeah. I haven't checked the Buccaneer much, but that is not a very old ship. Not really. The M50 is. And you can see there's a lot of stuff here, even a lot of jump points. Hadrian, Stanton, Gus, Taranis, Pyro, Magnus, a couple of space stations, asteroid fields, asteroid belts. This is a complex system. This one, I guess they are working on some of this, but I'm pretty sure this is not going to be the one, the next system we're going to have. Pyro makes complete sense. Definitely. Okay, I think we can do some gameplay. I think we have heard enough of the star map and the potential of the new systems. At some point and some other time, depending on what we get for SidCon, we might go into maybe checking some of Magnus and checking some of Terra. But for now, let's just go to Star Citizen. Okay. Why is it asking for my... Did I not choose remember? Maybe. Okay, let's try to go into the PTU so we can check out... Oh, there's an update for the PTU. I didn't know this. What I don't like about updates is that I might have to erase the user folder and then go in and then copy a file. But if we don't want to crash a lot, I think we'll have to do that. Let me do that really quick. Let's go to my folder and get ready for that. I updated it earlier today. I think there was an update yesterday or last night, and I didn't know they were going to update again, but yeah, it is PTU. Let's see. Here. Okay, I'm going to erase. No, first I'm going to back up. These files right here. Done. Now I'm going to delete the user folder. It will be created again. and then let's go in. So have you guys gone to the expo area? The elevators are there, but yeah, they do not have enabled any kind of travel to another floor. I was trying to get a ship into the area where the expo is, but it has been impossible. I tried a couple of hours yesterday. I tried to get into that convention area. I can get close, not close, but I can get with my ship inside the no-fly zone, but I cannot get to where the convention is. If anybody knows how to do that, please do tell me. Okay, settings can be re-enabled just by copying a couple of files. Let's do just that. Let's go in here. Let's do this. Let's copy here. Done. Close these two to Windows, and let's keep going. Do you own any of those chips, the Buccaneer or the M50, Peter? There is a yellow M50. I posted a picture yesterday, and we're gonna see it in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna get there. They posted a couple of pictures. I posted a picture of the M50, of a yellow M50, at the entrance of the expo. You own the M50, but why didn't you get a Racer? What was your? How did you make that decision instead of the Racer getting the M50? I made the decision for you? No. You had, it wasn't a Racer. You had an Arrow, I believe. Was it an Arrow? It was a fighter. I think it was an Arrow. And you were going to kind of use it as a Racer, and it could work. And I even told you that I read a lore story about it, where people, depending on the race, do use chips that are not specifically made for racing. And I gave you examples. Some people there was a Teverin that even used a Hornet as his racing ship. People using 300 series ships, even though there is a 300 racing variant, but there were some Banus using the 300 series that was not the racing variant. It's not, yeah, I said, yeah, it is good because it is a fast ship and it is small, so it has its advantages under certain circumstances, but that is not a Racer, right? But it any of the ships in lore that are mentioned as being used in racing, but that are not necessarily created as racing ships, most likely were tuned. They did not have stock equipment items, right? Most probably, and I don't know if you have checked that out, but there are different grades of equipment, and you can have civilian, military, stealth, and racing equipment. So maybe your ship can come with a military component, and maybe, let's say, the power plant, and you change it into you buy the size has to be the right one, but you can change it for a racing variant. So you could make your Arrow get closer to what a racing ship is, but it is not the design. The initial design of the Arrow is to be a light fighter. You could use it, but racing is still in the early stages. We do not know what is going to be meta, and I am guessing that there are going to be more than one type of race. So yeah, it will even depend. I believe that maybe the Arrow might be a good option for certain kind of races, right? Bot translates into pure paranoia and you had to buy it. Yeah, but you know, what I was mentioning before, taking that aside, that I told you to buy an M50, there is also the Racer, which is a racing ship. Did you not consider the Racer? Okay, what would you like me to do first, guys? I can go straight to the convention, or I don't know if any of you have done it, I could show you how to get your ship under the no-fly zone and park it at the tram station, which is as far as I have been able to get. In fact, I hold you accountable for some of those latest purchases. Okay. In any case, I think you are going to... And I'm not criticizing the M50. I was just curious to see if there was any type of, you know, decision-making between the Racer and the M50. What I am getting out of your answer is that the M50... when you went into your research, right, for a new racer, for a really that type of ship, you found the M50 and chose it as your racing ship. But there is another one, at least another one that I can think of that has been the predominant racing ships, and that is the Racer. And the Racer has like 3 variants, as far as I remember. Okay, for anybody who hasn't been in PTU, 3.72 PTU, when you start, you do not start at Olisar, you start at Arcor. When you get out of the hubs and come towards the tram stations, right, there are 2 options, left or right. If you take the left one, it will take you directly on its first stop. It will take you to the expo area. If you take the right one, it will take you to the ship consoles and the hangars where you can get your ships. Oh, when you looked at it, it was a Ferrari with wings? That makes sense. I think that definitely is a good description. And what else? What more would you expect of a racing ship than look like as a Ferrari?
Strong winds from the right side. Trap now approaching.
Okay, one other thing that usually happens with PTU wheels is that I never have a great performance on my PC, but PTU wheels are usually very heavy. They are full of bug reports and debugging flags maybe in the background, so performance is not usually their strength. But I'm gonna get a little music in the background. I think it would be cool to have some background music. Just some Uto Riley in the background. Like music. Oh, change scene. Here. And chat just comes back. This is basically the same route we're going to use with a ship back to where we were. I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to park at the tram station and then from there take the tram to the expo. Ratael, bienvenido de vuelta. Antes de ir a la expo, agarramos el otro tren, el que no va a la expo. Vamos a agarrar vamos a agarrar una navecita y vamos a estacionarla ya en la estación del tren y de ahí nos vamos entonces a la expo. Espero no estrellarme con la zona de el no-fly zone. I was about to say that the frame rate makes me cry. That is why I avoid major cities at this stage of the development, but I'm definitely buying a new gaming laptop by Christmas. Yeah, newer hardware is definitely a must for this game. This game is, one, not optimized, and two, well, very, very intensive. My PC is like 3 or 4 years old, so I'm doing magic running all of this at the same time. I can't believe I'm buying a whole new computer just for Star Citizen. Well, the good thing, Peter, is that new computer that is going to run Star Citizen well is going to run basically everything else well. So yeah, maybe that's the deciding factor, but it is going to be useful to you. Let's claim this one, which I was using earlier. What else do we have? We are going to go on an Aurora. Very basic ship.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Ratael, ¿ya fuiste al área de la expo en el PTU? ¿Has jugado PTU? Ahí te voy a, si no lo has visto, ahí te voy a mostrar casualmente el modelo a escala que te comentaba de la Cutlass, que tienen entre otros, pero que el de la Cutlass es la versión vieja de la Cutlass. Do you know already what you're going to get, Peter? Did I press the button? Apparently not. Hangar 3. I have to make mental notes of that. I usually read it and then simply start doing something else and forget my hangar. ¿No tienes instalado el PTU? Bueno, por lo menos vamos a... Si no lo has visto, vamos a mostrarte un poquito allá del... Pero no, lastimosamente nada más el área de acceso, ¿no? El área de entrada a la expo. No sé desde cuándo estás jugando, pero ¿fuiste a la expo el año pasado en Lorville? Okay, this is Aurora MR. This is one of the 2 basic game package ships available for the game for anyone who might be new and lurking. This is one of the basic ships. This one and the Mustang Alpha. I like the Aurora MR. I like the Aurora ships. Yo, entre las Auroras y las Mustang, a mí me gustan más las Auroras. Well, I saw you kicking ass on that Aurora before. You're gonna be conquering galaxies once you commandeer that Karak. Yeah, that character is going to be amazing. You are all welcome to join in.
Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the run.
I have a secondary account, Peter, and on that account I just have an Aurora LN, not the MR. I upgraded it just a little to an LN. That's all I have. That is going to be my alternate account, and I will try to do that. Go from almost scratch up with that account. This account is going to have some extra advantage. Not a lot, but some. Le comentaba a Peter que yo tengo una segunda cuenta en la que solamente tengo una Aurora LN. Ah, y esta es otra cosa, Ratael. En PTU, no sé si se has fijado, te dan un poco más de 5 millones cuando arrancas. Esta es otra cosa que me encanta del PTU. No tienes que preocupar por el dinero para las cosas básicas, por lo menos. So, let's ask for
Clear to launch.
permission to launch. Let's do this. Sí, pues ya tienes casi 5 años acá. Ok. Excelente. Wait, what's the point of multiple accounts? There is no real point, I would say. The reason I have it is mostly because of the reputation system. I want an account where I can do anything I want. It is going to be my outlaw account for the most part. That's my plan. But I do not have to worry about, doing something wrong or out of the law. This one I'm going to try to keep inside the UE side. That other one might become a pirate account. That's very early thinking about that secondary account. Ahí contestándole a Peter, la razón de la segunda cuenta es porque como va a haber todo este tema del sistema de reputación, mi plan es hacer que esta cuenta, la segunda cuenta, sea la cuenta que me va a permitir hacer actividades fuera de la ley, ¿no? So, what I usually do to get inside the... Right now I am under, as you can see, up there is the upper part of the no-fly zone. I try to fly level here over the hangars. As you can see, we have all these around us. That is interesting. Maybe that is the patch. Maybe they patched what I am trying to do. You see here, there is a no-fly zone right there. There was no fly. There was not a no-fly. There was no boundary there until earlier today, and that was maybe a bug. I think that is one of the things they fixed. I am not going to be able to do what I wanted to show you. Yeah, they implemented the no-fly zone. I'm going to crash just to make sure that I am not imagining this. But you could go through here and into the under the no-fly zone. But yeah, it is going to destroy my ship. Yeah, I'm going to get destroyed. Okay, so you can only have one character. Yes, you can only have one character per account. Exactly. Yeah, they enabled the no-fly zone. Interesting. I was going to try and show you something, but it is not going to work this way anymore. I suppose many people were doing what I was, and they simply caught on it and disabled it. Okay, what if I... Let's see, let's try something else. What if I simply start moving without... ¿Qué tal si me muevo fuera del puesto? Okay, it's going.
Radar contact.
Ow. Okay, I kind of did it. And I am under the no-fly zone as far as I can see. We should be able to use our bikes and dragonflies, that kind of thing, in those roads, right? I got in. I am inside the no-fly zone. Let's see. No, that's Arcorp. You're probably bouncing back. Pero se supone que se podrá tener NPCs. Se supone que vas a poder interactuar con NPCs para hacer tenerlos en tu tripulación, tenerlos como clientes, tenerlos como empleados, depende. Inclusive podrías trabajar para un NPC. Pero tu personaje específicamente no es como en otros juegos que puedes crear varios personajes, ¿no? Aquí para tener otro personaje tienes que crear una segunda cuenta o tercera cuenta. So guys, we are inside apparently. So how it did work. Once you are here, you have to go up where it says city bypass. Let's see if it still works. Around here, do not crash. You see that building there? Cruise through the left of that building with the red sign over there. You can go a little higher here, closer to the red sign for Cassava outlet right here. This one. Let's disable chat there. Maybe. Yeah. So you go further here. Do not crash. Oh. They did something. Yeah, they have created a couple of extra. You could go through here, but they, I think, enabled a couple no-fly zone barriers so that people cannot use this route. I'm gonna try again. Let's see if... I hope I'm not touching... Let's see. Let's see if it is just... Yeah. Hey, Citizen Tech. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much. Muchas gracias por estar por el canal, Citizen Tech. Aquí estamos tratando de volar. And yes, Triple X, una aurora. Estamos tratando de volar por debajo de el no-fly zone, pero están implementando un par de... Aparentemente implementaron un par. Vamos a ponerlo súper lento. A ver si podemos irnos con cruise control a través de la barrera que implementaron. Porque yo podía pasar por aquí y ahora pusieron barreras nuevamente para que no lo hagas. Pero creo que las puedes pasar si no estás en el asiento. Vamos a hacer el truco del cruise control. A ver si sobrevivimos. Vamos a intentarlo. Una velocidad súper bajita. Ponemos cruise control. Y... salimos del asiento. Veamos. Aquí o morimos o pasamos. Oh, sí se demora, Vamos, vamos, sube. Sube antes de estrellarte. Vamos, tú puedes. Au. Ah. No se subió. Es demasiado lento para bajarte. Pero el truco de salir del asiento en el momento que vas a pasar a través de la barrera artificial que te ponen funciona, Funciona. Lo que quería hacer era llevar la nave hasta el tram, pero en el update que hicieron hoy en la tarde aparentemente implementaron algún tipo de barrera para que la gente dejara de llevar naves allá al... No es imposible hacerlo, porque si se fijan, ya había pasado una de las barreras que pusieron justo saliendo de la estación, usando el truco de salirte del asiento. La nave simplemente sigue avanzando. El tema es que para montarte nuevamente y tomar control, como vimos ahí, pues la nave se me estrella, ¿no? Gracias por ese beat, Citizen. Bienvenido, como siempre, Just go out to space. The thing with going out to space in PTU XXX is that in PTU right now, unless I haven't read the patch notes, at least until 3.72 this earlier today, Area 18 didn't show up on the map. So you could not quantum to Area 18. It was a little difficult to go back if you went into space and you wanted to come back to Argor. You had to try and get people to help you go back, like a friend or something, and create a beacon to go back to Area 18. Gracias por estos 10 bits, Citizen Tech. Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos. Vi que el cuco estaba en el área de la expo, pero antes de la update. Pero sí se puede ir a la expo, pero estaba en el área de la expo en una nave. Me gustaría, yo nunca pude llegar, no sé si alguien lo logró hacer, no he visto a nadie que lo haya hecho, pero la idea era intentarlo, ¿no? Lo que yo pude hacer fue poner una nave, aterrizarla ya en la estación de tren. Ya estábamos ya más o menos en dirección, pero sí, definitivamente que el parche de hoy cambió algo. Ahora sí que te había enviado 10 y solo envió... ok. Gracias. No te preocupes, no te preocupes. Muchas gracias, Citizen. ¿Y cómo va eso? Listo para el sitcom. Te perdiste la discusión al principio ahí un poquito y estábamos revisando el mapa estelar y echándole un vistazo a Pyro. Echándole un vistazo a Pyro, al mismo Stanton, y hablando de las posibilidades, ¿no? Y lo que se puede esperar y quizás por qué la decisión de que el siguiente sistema potencialmente sea Pyro, ¿no? A pesar de que Pyro tiene 6 planetas, algunos planetas con lunas, pero realmente la mayoría de los planetas son planetas medio muertos, ¿no? So yeah, let's go to the expo. I might try to do another run and see if I can get a ship there, but it is definitely not as easy as it was earlier today and yesterday. I was able to do it yesterday, and today I checked if that was still possible, and it was possible, but I did update there was an update later today, and they apparently closed some of the sections. But maybe it can be done. We'll see. Maybe a different angle so I have a little more time to get into my seat. So... what? Really? No me deja entrar al tren. Ah, no había llegado el tren. Ah, era una ilusión. Ok. El sábado te vienes con Parque conmigo las últimas 2 o 3 horitas del evento, lo mejor del evento. Eso sería, creo que aproximadamente mediodía de mi tiempo, ¿verdad? Creo que es como a las 2 de la tarde de tu hora, el inicio de esas 3 horas. Sácame de la duda. Creo que debo poder. Second year, what is at the expo right now? You haven't been here, Junkyard? That's weird. You usually try stuff even much earlier than I do. Not much. You'll see. I'll show you, but not much. Right now, it's like only the entrance, the ticket area, some booths. Some miniature ship models. You cannot buy anything. The lifts, the elevators to go to the expo floors are there, but they are not enabled. See, there's a ticket area. I am not sure it is going to be enabled in some way, but it is here. As you can see, there are some booths that are kind of new. At least I don't think I have seen them before. Por cierto, se ve muy bien el evento. El directo, quise decir, me traicionó la ansiedad. El evento finaliza a 22 horas de España, que serían las 18 horas de Argentina. Pero finaliza a las 22 horas de España. 22 horas de España. Yo creo que yo estoy 5 horas antes de eso, si no me equivoco, ¿no? O 4 horas antes de eso. Porque 18 horas en Argentina creo que es 16 horas acá, 4 de la tarde. Así que bueno, como de 1 a 4 más o menos, es lo que me comentas, ¿no? You haven't been here? Interesting. Yeah, you can see all the new food tech that we have. Burgers. I suppose those are burritos or wraps, not sure. This doesn't look like a Mexican establishment, but maybe in the future things are mixed up. That happens. It doesn't say there's a burrito brand in the game, right? So this is the Bevic Convention Center apparently. Everything says International Aerospace Expo everywhere. You can see the different brands everywhere. And this way into the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. Esta es la vía hacia la Expo de este año. Y cuando ustedes se bajan del tren, la única dirección en la que pueden ir es hacia la derecha. Nuevamente, ven los banners. This is what you get. Right now, this is what you get. The entrance. Banners, right? That is the fabled yellow M50. This is Peter Ryder's ship. These are models, but they are not that small. That's the Saber, the Tali, I believe. And this one is what? The Gladius. So these are Aegis ships, Aegis Dynamics, you can see those. There were some clothing items here from some photographs I checked, but by the time I came here, by the first time I came here, they were not here. Peter, here. This was your other option. This is the Razor. This is a more modern ship. These ones came out last year, and there are 3 different variants for the Razor. So this is the racing, I believe, variant, but there are 2 more. Is this the ship we are going to get with 3.9? Esta es la nave que tenemos para 3.9. ¿Cuál es la que sacaron para 3.9 que metieron al roadmap? ¿La Vulcan o fue esta? Ahora aquí son las 2:50. Sí, tú tienes 2 horas adelantadas de acá. Así que si es como tú dices, va a ser mi hora hasta las 4. Si son las últimas 3 horas, es más o menos desde mediodía, 1 de la tarde hasta las 4. Creo que tengo algo que hacer el sábado y tengo que decidir qué parte del show de la expo me pierdo. Así que, bueno, lo que puedo hacer es tratar de hacerlo en la mañana para poder entonces coincidir con ustedes en la tarde y ahí cubrir el final del evento. Okay, so Peter, this is the option you had as a racer. I like these ones, and it definitely, as you can see, have a completely different look. When you go up these stairs, more possible clothing that is no longer here. Not much here. These are like rest areas for the expo. And here, I'm gonna walk. I don't want to run so much. Let's change the speed. Here. Ratael. Esto es lo que te comentaba. Mira esto. Aquí decidieron poner... Ah, no, pero esta ya es la versión... ¿Cuál es? ¿Esta cuál es? Ajá, esta es la versión antigua. Fíjate que tiene la estructura esa dorsal ahí, el lateral, perdón. ¿Sí? Que es diferente a la Cutlass nueva. Esta es la Cutlass vieja. ¿Estás usando algún tipo de filtro? Creo que se ve realmente bien. ¿A qué te refieres? ¿A la cámara o al mismo juego? Consideré utilizar los filtros que habilitó Nvidia ahora con Reshape, pero hay que trabajar para que funcionen con Star Citizen y no quise complicarlo. Los estoy usando en Battlefield, de hecho. Y en la transmisión misma puede ser que se vea mejor, porque no noto mucha diferencia en mi desempeño de la máquina. Yo antes jugaba en 1080 y hacía la transmisión en 720. Entonces él tiene que hacer tiene que transformar, ¿verdad? Tiene que hacer la conversión. Y dejarlo en 1080, la verdad es que no me cambia prácticamente nada en el uso de recursos en mi máquina. Así que decidí dejarlo en 1080. Probablemente quizás es eso lo que estás viendo. Que ahora estoy transmitiendo en 1080 en lugar de 720. Lo que me gustaba de 720 es que es amigable con la gente que accede a cuando no tengo, obviamente, cuando Twitch no me activa las opciones de cambiar de resolución, ¿verdad? Le facilita a la gente que está en móviles, la gente que está en conexiones de internet más limitadas, ver el directo. So yeah, these are ship models. And what caught my attention from these ones was specifically this, the cutlass. They decided to use the original cutlass model for this one. Oh, and you see, there is some presence of Crusader Industries, but I think that is as much as we're going to see. Just banners or screens. I don't think we're going to have any Crusader ship, physical Crusader ship in the expo. Las cotlas de papel crespón, exactamente, Ratael. Entonces, básicamente, esta es la entrada. Esta larga fila, ¿verdad? Esta larga fila aquí para comprar los tiquetes ya a la convención. No sé si son los mismos tiquetes que podías comprar más temprano. I don't know if these are the same tickets you could buy when you got out of the tram. But you can see they're still preparing everything. There is the saber. And these are gold versions of some ships. These are classic ships, right? You can see the Aurora LN, which is the one I have on my other account. Although it's really difficult to notice the difference. Okay, the NPC just pushed me. Esta es otra clásica de Star Citizen, que es la Avenger. Vemos la Constellation. So, these are the mainstays. Estas son las naves clásicas de Star Citizen, ¿no? Como los iconos. La Freelancer y la Hornet. Sus versiones doradas, obviamente, ¿no? Entonces le ponen nombre, ¿no? Son coleccionables. This is the Takuetsu Heritage Collection, which is what the name they use for many of their collectibles. Everything, I suppose this is going to change when the expo is on. We're going to see less open boxes and boxes everywhere, and we're finally going to see the merchandise. But if you check out, they are still unpacking. This is supposedly Miss Reliant, the box for a Miss Reliant model. Entonces, todo está como en preparación. Vemos este montón de cajas vacías, y supongo que la idea es esa, ¿no? La idea es dar esa vista de que todavía están preparándose, de que la gente está abriendo cajetas, preparando sus stands. These screens are really interesting. It would be nice if we could come into the game on Saturday and watch the expo from these screens. Not necessarily having to go into Twitch, which is what mainly we might be doing, but maybe coming into the game and checking the expo from in here. That would be interesting. Sería interesante, Citizen, ¿no te parece que el sábado, en vez de verlo por Twitch, pudiéramos venir aquí a la expo, aquí a la entrada, ¿sí? Y ver lo que están transmitiendo en estas pantallas. Aquí. Agarra aquí así. Y te sientas. Oops. That was not what I wanted to do. I pressed I. Let's see if this works. F12. They sit like this. And we could all, podríamos todos ver la expo muy sentaditos aquí. ¿Ah? Con la comunidad. That would be interesting. No, Ratael, lo que comento es que sería interesante que el sábado, por ejemplo, tengas la opción de ir a Twitch y ver la transmisión de las diferentes charlas que van a dar en la expo, pero ¿no sería interesante que dentro del juego tú pudieras venir y ver en una de las pantallas también lo mismo, la transmisión de Twitch, pero aquí, ¿no? Dentro del juego? Creo que sería algo interesante, diferente para hacer, ¿no? Okay, let's chat off. And yeah, you can see more of these ships, more boxes. This is the Karak. This one I would like to have. See? That's the Connie. Aurora ES. A Golden Connie. Nice, ¿eh? Sería interesante poder tener uno de estos modelos. Hay algunos modelos que ya existen, ¿no? Pero hombre, sería bueno tener alguno de esos que se ven diferentes, y el de la Carrack me llama la atención. Esto lo vi en el canal de Ticklus, de Sargent Ticklus. Él es un streamer que tiene un pasado de estar en las Fuerzas Armadas, pero es muy buena gente. Y aquí viendo dentro de la basura muestra que hay una especie de revista o panfleto en donde hay una noticia en donde dice que se descubre un nuevo sistema, ¿no? Entonces este tipo de cosas no son casualidades, ¿no? I don't know if you have seen this before, but there is an article here apparently that talks about a new system found, right? Explota Star Citizen, no lo aguanta, tú dices, demasiado. Puede ser. Quizás sería demasiado para el sistema, ¿no? Sería una idea interesante, pero probablemente el sistema no esté listo para hacerlo. No estás tan hypeado para la... ¿Qué te ves haciendo en Star Citizen, Ratael? ¿Qué actividad es la que tú sientes que te ves haciendo más? New Flight Model. La foto de ayer para subirme al M50 fue por aquí. This is the way I got into the M50. Oh, not like that. I'll have to try a couple times, but I might be able to get over the M50. Let's see. So there's too much lag. Not sure I'm going to be able to do it with this lag. Yeah. Things are not happening in real time. There you go. That's the way to get. Esa es la forma de subirse a la M50 amarilla de Peter Ryder. Okay, this is your M50 Peter Ryder. Hopefully you got the yellow one. Está medio flotando, pero la nave está ahí. Posiblemente comercio o transporte de mercancía. Ok. Tráfico de armas. Pero entonces te ves trabajando del lado legal, pero por un lado cuando puedas hacer de repente un poco de contrabando, ¿no? De ese tipo de actividad en Pyro. Está bien. Mira, al final, esa es una de las cosas buenas que tiene Star Citizen, que va a permitir que diferentes personas con diferentes intereses y con diferentes visiones de un juego multijugador aprovechen, ¿no? Y se diviertan. El tema de PvP va a complicar la vida a una buena cantidad de gente, pero bueno, habrá trabajo para todo, incluyendo para los para guardaespaldas, para escolta, ¿no? And this is basically what you can access right now. And you can see all the brands here, more models, the Starfarer, for example. And this is the other racer, Peter. This is the 300 variant, racing variant, the 350R. Argo. Hay rumores de que Argo podría tener una de las naves concepto de este año también, ¿eh? There are rumors about that Argo might be having something new for this expo. the storm room. I hope I can see maybe the bikes will be there, not rideable, not in engine, but you never know. And these elevators here, they work. You can call them. Puedes llamarlos. Estos son los elevadores que nos van a llevar a la convención, a los pisos de la convención. But right now you can see there are no options. Only lobby. On Saturday, or from Saturday on, I guess, we're gonna have, I suppose it's from Saturday, right? We're gonna have access to the different floors where the expo will be. Y lo más probable es que vamos a tener también diferentes días, diferentes marcas. Creo que Citizen lo comentaba en su video la vez pasada, no sé si fue en el directo, que nos hablaba acerca de que ya se había filtrado la información de qué días iban a estar cuáles marcas en la expo, ¿no? Un amigo marchó a descansar 4 horitas. Sí, cuando uno es streamer, trabaja, es papá, es esposo, 4 horas tienen que ser suficientes, Citizen. Buenas noches, muchas gracias por pasar, gracias por los bits y nos vemos pronto. Saludos. Ahora mismo es el simulador de ir al lobby. Esto es todo lo que hay en este lado de Hardcore. This is what we get. But it is already Wednesday, so just a couple more days, and we will get. Let's see. I don't know if I'm missing something, but I don't think so. I think we have seen everything. There is at the entrance, at least. Peter, if you are still there, this is another version of the Racer. This is the white chip. I don't remember which is which, but there is a kind of military spec version of it. And then this one. I'm gonna take this one and see where it takes me. Taste of Freedom, Liberty Lake. And you see, there's audio in many of these ads. When you get closer, Liberty Lake, the taste of freedom. Hay mucho detalle en este juego que poco a poco van poblando, ¿no? Yo creo que esa es parte de la visión de Chris Roberts y quizás una de las razones por las que se demoran tanto en hacer algunas cosas, ¿no? Pero de repente alguien no se acerca jamás a ese letrero, pero cuando te acercas pues tiene incluso audio, ¿no? En Olizar hay una pantalla que si no le prestas atención nunca te das cuenta, pero tiene una información que lo que dice es que básicamente está generando una simulación de rayos solares, casualmente para evitar, es como si fuera un baño de sol artificial para evitar deficiencias de vitamina D, creo que es, al no estar obviamente en nuestro ambiente natural, ¿no? Es una pared que tiene una pantalla así que básicamente lo que hace es que te está irradiando de una especie de suplemento, ¿no? Entonces son cositas, hay un montón de temitas y detallitos que Star Citizen está tratando de poblar, que hasta cierto punto espero también ver algo similar en el juego este que viene de Cyberpunk. So yeah, to be able to see this kind of environment, this is the complete extreme, right? A city, planet completely filled with city in every square inch is something to behold, right? I believe no other planet in the verse has this specific. This is like if the Borgs invaded a planet. It is completely developed everywhere. And we're back. Y como ven, esta es la estación de la que salimos y desde la que pudimos llegar hasta la exposición. Entonces, esta es la manera de llegar a la expo el sábado o del sábado en adelante, durante la semana de venta de la expo, ¿no? Cuando vengan de los hubs, que están acá arriba, bajan esta escalera, donde ya desde el principio, desde antes ya empiezan a ver letreros de la expo. Tienen dos opciones para ir a la expo: izquierda, para ir a buscar una nave, ¿verdad? Por ejemplo, a los hangares, la derecha. Esa es la clave. That's the way. Ratael, ¿cómo no? Ya se hace tarde. Y sí, yo probablemente tampoco esté haciendo directo por mucho más tiempo. Muchas gracias por pasar y compartir acá con nosotros. Me alegra haberles podido mostrar la entrada a la expo. Ya sabes que sí. Y yo me imagino que el 372 Live va a estar disponible a partir de la expo. Ya para el fin de semana debes poder... todo el mundo debe poder venir acá sin tener que bajar PTU. Así que buenas noches y nos vemos pronto. Saludos. I'm going to, before I end tonight, I'm going to try once more to get into that area. Let's see if I can do it. There must be a way to do that. That looked dangerous. This place is amazing. This place is a good proof of concept. I always said, the moment they did Archer, I think one of the main things they wanted to do is go to the extreme difficulty, because if they can get, okay, I'm not getting this train, and that is something that used to happen to me a lot in 3.4 and 3.5. What I'm going to do is I am going to warp and come back and see if I get the train again. If they can make Arcor work, they can pretty much make any planet with a couple cities, even not just one. They can get those working. Of course, it is not like you can visit every place inside Arcor, over Arcor, the whole of Arcor, but still, there are many assets there, and they have to kind of load. So it is a good. It is a good. A good test. It is a good test for OCS.
Hottest clothes and trendiest accessories from across the empire brought straight.
Maleva, si estás todavía ahí, coméntame para seguir comentando en español y seguir la conversación en español de vez en cuando, ¿eh? Pues creo que el último que recuerdo que estaba acá del grupo de habla hispana, creo que eres tú, Citizen, se fue a dormir, y creo que Ratael también. Si no estás, entonces obviamente no vas a decir nada y yo continúo hablando en inglés. Pero voy a tratar de ingresar al área, al no-fly zone. Ahí está, ya tengo tren de nuevo. I'm gonna try to get to the no-fly zone once again. And at least I got the train back. And see if I can get to the tram area. It's not going to be easy because they definitely implemented a couple of blocks, invisible walls, or objects to avoid people getting their ships over here. But there might be a way. I'm gonna try once. I do not want to go too late into the stream because I also need to get some sleep to get some stuff done tomorrow. Well, later really, but I still have a little time to do that. I think I can go for around 45 minutes more.
Now arriving.
Okay, now we are going to use... I'm not going to use the Aurora. I'm going to definitely reclaim it so that I can use it at any time when I play again. If I play the PTU again, because I'm pretty sure that 372 Live has to come online by Friday or Saturday. But still, I'd rather have it ready in any case. Let's claim it. And what we're going to use is a Merlin.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Where? Three.
Obey all security and customs personnel at all times. Their job is your safety. Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport, servicing the Greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travel
There you go.
wherever your final destination may be.
I tried to use this ship a couple of days ago for the first time in months, maybe. And I didn't even remember how to get into the ship. I had to go around it like 4 times until I found the right spot. This is the snob ship that comes with the Andromeda. We are going to see the Karak snob ship pretty soon. Apparently there are 2 variants from what the data mining shows. Some people think that it might be the difference between the one that comes with the Karak and the one you buy on your own. That could be it. But what if one of those have a quantum engine and the other one doesn't? That would be interesting. Although I would expect the one the Karak brings, in any case, if that's the case, I would expect the one that comes with the Karak to have a quantum jump engine. What do you guys think? Have you seen anything about it? Do you know what the difference between the 2 variants is? Okay, maybe I should ask for permission to lift off.
You are clear to launch.
There we are. Okay. The thing is, things are definitely different now because now we have the boundaries that were not present in the previous 3. Ooh, yeah, they're all around me. They were not here in the previous build. Okay, let's do some tests. What's the lowest I can do? Really slow. Okay, I like that speed. Oh, I won't be able to do it in this ship. Why did I choose this one? I cannot do it in this ship. I need something like the Aurora where that will let me get out of my seat. Yeah, this one won't work. I'm going back. And ask for permission to land. This one won't work.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Wrong ship. In this one, you either are in or out. Only a cockpit. I need a ship that will let me get out of the seat and have an inner hat. It could be the Aurora again. It should be already claimed, or maybe the Herald. The Herald might do it. I'm gonna try the Herald.
It takes all of us working together to keep our port safe and secure. Be vigilant and report possible threats every time.
Let's use that one. But the thing with the Herald is that it is not that maneuverable. The maneuvering thrusters, it's not like the MR is really maneuverable, but it is better than the Herald. I'm going to use the
Memorial Spaceport,
Aurora again.
servicing the greater Area 18 metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination may be.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.
Okay, there you go. Hangar number 2.
Please be aware that while in the standard system and on our core, all EE common laws are still in force.
I like the Auroras. I can't deny that. I definitely like these ships. And I really like the Aurora LN. For just a little more, it's just 10 extra bucks. You get a ship that is a lot more capable in combat. It's not going to be a meta ship, but it's a starter ship. And much better in combat than the MR. And still has some cargo area. And it has a bed. It's really cool.
You are clear to launch.
This is kind of dangerous. Okay, what do we have here? 600i. Just there. That is not going to happen when the game is online. We're going to have to be a lot more careful with our ships. We're not going to want to leave our ships anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, we have a couple of ships up there. I'm gonna try and move towards this area over here and hopefully not die. But this is in general where we want to go. A little higher than this and to the left. Yeah. We want to kind of go towards those structures there. There are a lot of ships here. What are they doing here? What are these? Connie? Yeah. And Freelancer Max. Yeah, this is an example of kind of what is going to happen to the constellation Taurus. It's gonna have to somehow have a modified hull to be able to load that much extra cargo. But I think it's going to be a good cargo ship. Okay, I want to go kind of in that direction there. So I'm going to use as much angle as I can. Oh, but before I do that, so I do not want to crash, I'm going to change the top speed to very, very slow. As low as I can, like that, slow, and start moving. That way I will get out of my seat. Oh, but it sped up. Why? Why? Why is it going so fast now? I didn't tell it to go that fast.
Radar contact.
Ah, there you go. Wow, it accelerated, and that is not what I wanted. I chose a really slow speed with cruise control there. I think you saw it. And suddenly, it started moving really, really fast. But we started. We got the first part going. We already know that this area is flyable. So the first obstacle has been breached. But based on our previous experience, we know that we are going to find our second invisible object or wall right beside that building in front of us, the one with the cassava logo. We're still in the clear here. I think I can even go a little higher. What I want to do, I don't want to crash. I might die trying to do this because I'm testing the boundaries. I could die at any second, okay? But oh, the views. This is so nice. Maybe I should wait for a... There's a train coming. You see? It goes up there, but I'm pretty sure if I go up, I will die. Let's do a print screen here, and let's change. There are some ships there. What are they? Let's see if I can check them out. Sentinel. That is a Phoenix. Many ships around here. Constellation Aquila. There you go. An Origin 85X. People have been able to get there. An Ambilhawk. Pirate Gladius. There's another one and it's moving. But are they outside the no-fly zone or inside the no-fly zone? There's one moving. That one. Banu Defender. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna wait. He's moving. I'm gonna wait and see what he does. Maybe they're trying to get into that area. I don't know. Maybe I will be able to do it. But the next roadblock right now is here. I want to go that way, but this is dangerous. Going to the right. I could die at any second because I don't know where the boundary to the right is. I want to go in that general direction. There. In that direction. Citizen is already off, but people are talking about the bartender. He loves bartenders in Star Citizen. Okay, I have a ship that is really nearby. That's the Banu Defender, but he's out of the no-fly zone. There's a Gladius pirate also there. That's the general direction I want to go. So I'm gonna try once again. Hopefully I will not die. I want to go really, really slow as I can. Is it moving? Yeah. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, it's accelerating. Come on. Come on. Not die. Not die. Let's see if I am back. Ah, yeah. Got the next one. Okay. At this height, I should still be safe. I'm not going to use cruise control. I'm going to go really slow. You see? That's the tram going right there. I'm gonna try to go a little lower so I do not get into the upper part of the no-fly zone. These bars, these horizontal bars are your guide. You're around that height, you should be okay. See, we are inside our curve and under the no-fly zone. But there might be another artificial, invisible wall. If we suddenly stop and start tumbling around, then they implemented it. I am not going to accelerate much. I am just going through our curve under the radar. The tram goes over us. Maybe they changed the usual tram transit channel. Let's see. So far so good. Little by little. Yeah, that's the height we're going to need to traverse. We're going to pass through that area right there. But let's keep going. Once we get closer, which seems like it might work. Ow! Ow! They did it. I couldn't see anything there, but yeah, I got suddenly killed. We were so close. Should I try to do that at a higher altitude, like the one that the tram was using? I have one more try. I'm gonna try to do it once more. I still have time for one more try. Yeah, it definitely suddenly exploded. And it was after I paused. Interesting behavior. Because I just stopped there for a while and then I suddenly exploded. Maybe it was because I stopped. Maybe if I just kept going, that wouldn't have happened. Maybe. Let's go for the next ship. And I think I'm going to keep trying with that one. It is not a big ship. It is kind of maneuverable, and I already kind of know also where to place it so that it will not crash. At least in the initial stages.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Let's see if I find any name I recognize. No, not really. Yeah. No known names. Hey Boo, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good morning. How are you? Have you played the PTU? What are you expecting about the expo, my friend? What do you think? Are we gonna get the Karak finally? Really? I was talking to Jongyar earlier and he doubts that the Karak is going to be ready for 3.8, but I think it is going to be. I do think it will. It will have bugs. It might kill me every 15 minutes, but I think it is going to be enabled for 3.8. Now you haven't touched Star Citizen for a while, okay. Been focusing on other games. What are you playing? Well, are you going to be watching the expo? Or are you planning to buy anything for the sale?
Hello, and welcome to Riker Memorial Spaceport.
Let's claim this one.
Metropolitan area. We hope you have safe travels wherever your final destination.
I have money to expedite it, so I'm going to expedite it. And wait a minute. You're quite sure the car will be ready. They already moved so much. Yeah, exactly. That was one of my points when I was talking about it. They definitely have taken out so much out of 3.8 that I think maybe there was even a very specific. I said I can imagine Chris Roberts saying whatever you take out of 3.8, the Karak is not an option. And they took out the whole sea, they took out the 3 moons from Microtech. The Prowler is still there, but who knows, maybe something will happen like with the Banu Defender and they will at the end say, hey, it didn't make the cut, it was almost ready, but, you know, but the Karak, I think it is coming, yes or yes. And apparently the Pisces is mentioning some data mining info out there, so we might also even get the snub. You will be checking the expo in-game for sure. Okay. I was planning to get the vulture from the sales, maybe melt something for a fighter too. Oh, what fighter are you interested in? A light one, like Arrow or Gladius, or are you looking for something bigger like Saber, Hornets?
Your personal belongings are your personal responsibility.
The vulture is interesting. Is the vulture? There's a ship that they got into the roadmap for 3.9. Is it the vulture? The Saber. I like the Saber. I have one on buyback. Those are good ships. Those are definitely good ships.
Whatever your transaction, we wish you a beneficial and prosperous.
Okay. I am going to get the Aurora. Should be ready. I'm almost at the end of the stream, my friend. Sadly, I won't be able to get up to 4 a.m. like some other times over here. But I have been trying to fly under the no-fly zone, you know, trying to glitch a little. Before the latest update, there was a hole in the no-fly zone around here. It was really easy to go under it. And at least I was able to get in up to the tram station, the train stations. But they patched the game. I haven't read the patch notes, but I'm pretty sure that that's one of the things they patched. They closed the no-fly zone again. And I cannot glitch it as easy as I was doing earlier, but I was still able to get really close to the area I wanted to. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. At least not tonight, but I'm going to try once more. But here the Sabers have shield. Right now it is not the only ship that has holes on the shielding. It is not the only one. There are a good number. There's someone, he's not, his native language is not English. I don't remember his name. I think it's Subliminal. He makes YouTube videos. And he has been given a lot of emphasis on that specific subject you just touched, the holes that shields have, and the Saber has that problem. But it is not the only one. The Starfarer does, the Constellation. There are a couple of ships with problems with shielding, but in the roadmap there are a couple of items that they are working on for that I suppose are going to help fix that. Vulture is for 3.9. Okay. Nice. That is a good option. That is an interesting option. Yeah, but at least you will be you can get used to the ship. You know, each ship has its own personality, so get used to it. Show it to me. Come play with me with the vulture. Let me use it. And by 4.0 you will be ready to salvage. Qué nostalgia de mi primera nave, una lágrima. ¿Esta fue tu primera nave, Maleva? Esta misma, la MR. Es muy buena, es muy buena. Yo siempre he dicho, yo prefiero la Aurora a la Mustang, ¿eh? I have the Santoka in buyback, but it's not coming anytime soon. So maybe that is going to be your final fighter then, Bullanon. I was going to mention that because that is a medium fighter, an alien one, but it is medium. But I was using the car to all today, and they still need to give some attention to those Xi'an ships. I don't feel like the maneuvering thrusters work like they should, since supposedly that is their strength. That they don't. Basically, they don't have maneuvering thrusters. All their thrusters can point in any direction, so it should basically move in any direction as with the same agility as forwards or backwards. Pero sí, Maleva, no sé si has estado viendo, pero no sé si ves lo que hemos estado tratando de hacer, ¿no? Estamos tratando de pasar por debajo de la zona del no-fly zone. Hace un momento lo pudimos hacer hasta bastante lejos. Vamos a ver si esta vez no morimos en el intento. Pero la verdad es que se pone bien exigente y acelera la maldita nave cuando salgo del asiento. Pero vamos a hacer la prueba. Vamos a bajarla a 0. Luego vamos a subirlo un poquito nada más. Y vamos a ponerle en esa dirección. Cruise control. Nos bajamos del asiento y ahí aceleró. Y comienza la carrera. And the race starts. I need to get into my seat as fast as I can. There you go. Before I crash. Stop. Stop. Oh, almost. We are barely alive. But we did it. Once again. Okay, we are under the no-fly zone, but we already found out earlier that they patched. I had to do that, getting out of my seat while going through the no-fly zone, the obvious no-fly zone, because in the patch that they did late today, Bullion, they closed the no-fly zone walls around the hangars at Arcor at Area 18. They were open in 372 PTU. You could just go through them. There were no walls in the no-fly zone. Now we have them again. You want more Xi'an ships? Many people do not like the alien ships. I like the alien ships. I do like the alien ships. I really like the Banu Defender, for example. How it ended up being, and I would love to have a Banu Merchantman. Even if its use is not clear to me and I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to really use it, but I really like how it looks and the feeling that I think it is going to have based on what I have seen with the Banu Defender. So we are under the no-fly zone. I just defeated the first artificial invisible wall back there. Now there is a second wall, invisible one, up here. And what we did before is the same trick. There is one right. Oh, what the hell? I didn't do that. But okay, That's not what I wanted, but at least the ship was not in cruise control, so I'm still alive.
Radar contact.
Right there to the right of this building, there is an invisible wall. Right there. Nikki Do, long time no see, my friend. Thank you for that rate of 7. Everybody from Nikki Do's channel, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Kraken Slayer. We are right now, we are also mostly finishing our stream, but we are flying under the no-fly zone around area 18. But it seems it was easier before the latest patch, but I haven't read the patch notes, but apparently they closed the no-fly zone walls that were open around the hangars. But still, you can kind of go through if you get out of your seat. How was your stream? What were you doing, my friend? And good to see you. Have you been streaming lately? I haven't been streaming much, not watching Twitch much, but I think you have been kind of offline, right? The card to goal is terrible at the moment, Buliano. Yeah, it's weird. Tiene un prospector minero que espero le pongan una pequeña refinadora para no cargar tanto material inerte. No estoy seguro de que eso va a pasar mal, Eva, porque yo creo que lo que quieren hacer es implementar intermediarios de tal forma que hay una cadena de ganancia, ¿no? Sure, Abu. Sure. Saphir, we got lost in a cave and I had to mercy kill him. Yeah, I haven't done much cave exploration, Saphir. I have to do that. I have gone a couple of times, but you have to go. Going alone is not a good idea. Not using the how do you call them, flares is another bad idea. And I am definitely waiting for the mobile glass to have that attachment that is going to auto map caves when you go in. I mean, when you go into the cave, maybe you will not see, well, you will not know the mapping of the cave, but I would expect the mobile glass to be able to like map as I explore. That is going to be what the moment I am going to start exploring a little more. I need to go in and check it out to know the content, but good to see you, man. Good to see you, Nikidu. You're gonna get some food with the lady. Have a good one, boys. Have a good stream, Kraken. Sure. Thank you very much for that, Ray, Nikidu. Have some fun and say hi to everybody. I suppose you're going to be checking out the expo and the sale on this weekend. Thank you for that follow, Saphir. Welcome to the stream. Always welcome. Yeah, and I need to do the mission. You know, the mission that gets you to try and find someone who is lost in there. Because I think that's the one that makes you explore. The times I have gone in, I go in not that deep and then go out because I know my way out. The moment you go too deep, it gets complicated. So I'm kind of finishing also, but what I'm trying to do is get this ship, as I was able to do before the latest update, to the train station, flying under the no-fly zone. But the thing is, I think CIG closed it. They created a couple of invisible walls, and one of them is right in front of me, right there to the right of this building, the Cassava outlet building here. I'm gonna try to go to the right as much as I can without exploding and face towards that space between that dome, that right there, and the building to the right. A little more. Hopefully I will not explode. Okay. So now I need to be able to get my ship stable enough to fly in that general direction in cruise control with me out of the pilot seat. Because if I don't do that, there is an invisible wall right to the right of this building that doesn't let me go through. Let's see. Okay, let's lower my speed, my potential speed. Let's give it just a little. Let's use cruise control and wish me luck. See, because it accelerates. That is not what I would expect it to do, because I already told it to go slow, but you know, we have what we had. And we were able to go through there. And we're back in control. See, now it stopped. And again, I have a higher speed limit. That is what I set when I was in here. So when you get out of the seat, the cruise control limit is not respected. I suppose it goes back to immediately, automatically it goes back to here, to the base speed. I think I'm going to explode again, and if that happens, this is going to be definitely the last attempt tonight at least. But the idea is to get closer to the train station area. See that? Maybe I should go lower? I don't know. I'm scared. There's the train. They are flying higher, but I'm pretty sure that if I try to fly at that height, I'm going to blow up. I don't know why. Wish me luck. I already exploded earlier. Yeah, this was possible before tonight's update. They updated something later in the evening tonight, but I think somewhere around here there is an invisible wall or no-fly zone that they reintroduced, because we were able to go through here without exploding earlier in the day. I don't like how this looks, but it seems like we are kind of doing it, because if you check out, we are really close to the populated area at Argor. See, there's the tram. It's going to go through us. Hopefully we do not explode. I do not want to die. We do not want to die. Okay, we're still alive. We're still alive somehow. I think what happened earlier was that I stopped moving, and maybe they have some kind of detection. If you stop moving for a while in that area. Wow. Wow, wow. There's a wall there. There's a wall right there. That's what happened. Okay. I cannot move. Wait. Oh no. It got me. I'm trapped. I almost got there. Ah, I cannot control my ship. They implemented some kind of, I think maybe it is doable. Ah, I'm still alive somehow. This is so weird. Yeah. They implemented something was implemented in the latest patch to not let you get to that area there. But will we be able to defeat it? This is so weird. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? We're kind of there. We might be able to do it somehow. Look at that. Look at that. We're still alive somehow. Don't ask me how. I don't know what's happening, but it is easier to look at from the outside here. If I can at least land it here, it's going to be a successful attempt. Yes. I think we're in the clear. Let's see. Need to be careful with these structures here. I'm going to land it here. That's what I wanted to do. I want to land a ship at least in this area. Getting to the convention center is going to be a whole other story, but we might try that at some other point in time. Yes, Afir, we survived. Somehow. We somehow survived. Let's see if we can land. It wasn't easy. They definitely implemented some blocks to try to not allow this to happen, because this was a lot easier earlier. Oh, I'm gonna explode if I keep doing this way. Hopefully we will not. There you go. There you go. There you go. I want to be able to land without clipping into a chair or something. It is kind of possible. I'm gonna have to check out another angle. Let's do this. Let's use this. There. Maybe.
Should be mindful
Oh.
from winds can arise.
There. There. A little more. Here. Here. There you go. I think that's perfect. Yeah. I'm still somehow blinded. You see, they did something. They did something. I got trapped into some kind of no-fly zone energy
With convenient connection trams across all major commercial
thing,
areas. City flight.
but I wasn't really inside the no-fly zone. It didn't even let me control the ship for a while, and suddenly I got control back. But I did land it here, so success. Success. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to try this again before Saturday, but I will try. I will try to do this and find a way to get closer to, while flying under the no-fly zone, to get closer to the convention center.
City flight hours keep conversations and moving class reasonable. And share space.
So what were you doing in the mines? Missions, or were you mining? Because I have done a couple of mining runs lately with the prospector, and using the prospector and the rucksack, it is pretty easy to do over 50k on each run. That is pretty good, at least for the live servers. Over here, we are all millionaires, but on the live server, it's good to do a mining run of over 50k. Nikki was trying to find a missing person. Yeah, that's the mission. I have to do that one. I haven't done it. But also, I do not want to do it alone. I want to go with company because mines are dangerous. Many people go in and simply troll. Or some people go to do the missions or mining, and if they find someone else, they simply kill them. So it's good to at least be 2 people in there, and one of them watching the back of the other. So yeah, I will do it, but I will do it with company. But this was a successful run. This is something I was mentioning in chat earlier that I was going to try to do, and it finally worked. I'm gonna take a picture, a print screen. Although there is the video, but I was able to do it. I'm gonna read the patch tomorrow, the patch notes. Let's see. I'm going to check. Sadly, Sephir, and thank you for following. We got you talking hole, and I had to kill him and eat him. Have you tried getting Have you tried finding fruits over person? I think you can find fruit. I tried the other night with Mr. Junkyard in space, and it was pretty much impossible. And we really tried. It was like 2 hours going around, walking, using cyclones, and we finally had to give up. There was no way. There was no way to get that mysterious and apparently almost mythical fruit. Let's see. I'm gonna do a raid to someone who is streaming right now. Let's see who is online and what they're playing, of course. Well, Ace Taiko is part of the night crew. He's a night crew member, so I'm gonna give Ace Taiko. I think the last time I raided him was like last year. I never see him streaming. I'm gonna send you guys there. Thank you very much for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follow, Safer, coming from Nikki Doo's stream. Sadly, he couldn't stay a little more to chat, but I really enjoy Nikki Doo's style. He's a good guy. Somebody came into chat. Let me check. I'm sorry, I'm not watching chat right now. Ah, it was you. 07, yeah. 07 gives that sound. So let's say hi to Mr. Ace Taiko. At least for a couple of minutes, I'll stay there and chat with him. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, night, tonight. And hope to see you all soon again in the channel. I'll just make sure to follow, and I'll be here from time to time, usually streaming Star Citizen. This Saturday I might be online, but maybe I will do it in Spanish. It is very... a couple of friends from the Spanish community told me that they want to do some coverage of the expo. So maybe I will do that. Soon again in the channel. Yep. Let's mute my own channel and do that raid. So have a good night. Thank you very much for your time. I definitely appreciate a lot that having so many things to do, life being so short, that people come and share their time with me during my streams. Therefore, I hope next time we are able to share a little more. Have a good night and see you soon. Nos vemos, muchachos.